now. Yes. Wait. Come on. Okay. I'm gonna take that away for its number. Stupid in plug thing. In plug. Doesn't work for me always. I'm gonna remove it.
Alright.
Still have a nice background to look at. So.
Alright, so now I get my own music.
Yay! And I sent you something on Mixer.
Yeah, see that, you sent some sparks.
Yay, sparks. Sparkly! That's like the one thing we don't fucking understand. It's like it just exists for no reason. It's like those award. It's like a participation medal. That's the definition of participation medals. Like, oh hey, what? You're watching a fucking streamer. Here, have some. Here, have some sparks.
Hey, Twitch just started it too. They started with their own stuff.
Our own stuff? Are we gonna give out participation medals now?
No, I said Twitch started their own stuff. They have their own version of it now.
Yeah, oh yeah, that dumb thing that I don't remember what it is. What is it with people being like, oh, you need something because you're watching, like, you're watching them for free, isn't that enough? For fuck's sake.
Not to some people, I guess.
Like, no, I'm participating in watching them, and I need to be rewarded for it.
Well, it's not like it matters because all they could do with that reward is to give it to someone else or to the person you're watching.
Yeah, it's kind of, that's like the one good thing about Mixer, then it's like that you can give to anyone. Like, that you go watch one streamer playing one game, and then you're like, oh, this guy I like to watch plays a game I more enjoy, so I'm gonna go watch him. Then you can use the sparks you have earned from watching that guy. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a douche thing to do, but hey.
It's your stuff. You do what you want with it.
Yeah, but still, it's kind of dude like, oh hey, I'm gonna just mind this guy until I know this guy is going live. I think I fucking got all the spark from like watching. You know the screen when you log into Mixer. Mm-hmm. I think all a lot of my points come from like standing on the start screen.
Wow.
I finally got something I've waited for. Oh, that was the wrong.
I have no idea if anyone heard that. It's a fun way to start a podcast, by the way. So the fun fact is me trying to shake up a drink. Welcome to such.
Quick question: is it the drink?
Is it what?
Is it the drink of the podcast?
No.
Ah, goddamn it! I have the drink of the podcast.
Congrats.
I always have the drink of the podcast.
My drink would either be the two other flavors. I'm not really a fan of the original flavor.
What are the two flavors? Is it the cherry one, and
so
that's the.
Without naming brands just yet, we will. Trust me. The red one and the light blue one.
Where's the light blue?
In like one area.
Yeah, what's the light blue's taste? I've never seen that.
Well, by light blue, I mean it's the aquamarine-ish kind of color.
Yeah,
sort of the color of like the Streamlabs green.
That doesn't explain what color or what taste it is. It's like it's aquamarine. You so you know
how to mention it.
You don't know what flavor you're buying. You're just buying. Wow.
The red one's flavor.
Cherry.
Doesn't taste like cherry to me.
That
like the blue one. I don't know what that one is either. I guess it's raspberry, but
raspberry. No, I think it's cherry. It's called Mountain Blast, right? Oh, when it's not Mountain Blast. Blast.
That's a different type of thing in total. It's Baja Blast. So if no one knows what we're talking about, basically it's just that for the longest time we had this. It's basically just the joke of the podcast that'll never happen because they never want to. they probably never will, is to get Mountain Dew to sponsor us. And yeah, I was saying that I'm not really a big fan of the original one, so I'd prefer, like, Code Red or Baja Blast. Anyway,
I'm gonna check.
Yeah, you do that. That's a random aside. So anyway, welcome everyone to a podcast that took many weeks to actually make another episode of. And that's
Yeah, I'm having issues. My phone is having issues.
Sounds like your problem.
Yeah, it is.
You should be using your phone while you're streaming.
The stream is fine. It's just my phone is like, yeah, my internet's gonna fuck.
Well, that's my point. I'm pretty sure your internet is prioritizing the stream, so your phone is just shit. Anyway. So again.
So many different Mountain Dew flavors. What the fuck?
Says the person who is wanting a sponsorship. You didn't even understand that there's a ton of flavors with them.
I mean, I have drank. There's like 2 in Sweden.
There's a lot. I mean, you got what? Normal, Code Red, Baja Blast, Voltage. There's the orange one that I don't remember the name of. The mystery flavor. Darkberry? I don't know. There's like a purple one. I don't remember the name of it. I hated that flavor.
Did you say the Baja Blast is the one you have?
The Baja Blast is one that is one of the ones I like.
It is a tropical lime.
I can see that. Mind camp, right? But I guess we're gonna go and go.
See if I can find the one I'm talking about.
In the middle of, like in the beginning of a podcast here, and you're searching up Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Ain't that something? See, I even said before we would start this, I said that this would be off the cuff, and it's a little bit
off the cuff.
Off the cuff.
Hey, I'd rather have that.
Yeah, it's a lot better than having what we did in the beginning. I mean, in the beginning of these podcasts, it was basically just
it's definitely the one. The red one is definitely sherry.
Yeah. So yeah.
Not a big fan of that.
Big fan of what?
The red one.
I like it.
I don't. Fuck that. I don't know. It's probably because it's a sherry flavored thing with citrus.
So
I don't know. I don't have problem with the lemon or lime taste, but fuck that one.
Again, I see no problem with it. I feel like it's the best one. The original one, just I don't like the taste. Mainly because really I don't even like Mountain Dew that much in general anymore. Because honestly, it's just like it's insane amount of sugar just pouring through.
That's why I'm telling you we should get Powerade instead. Then we don't need to deal with Pepsi stuff. And
because I'm gonna tell you now, these Mountain Dews, especially the Baja Blast, has like 70 grams of sugar in a can. I'm like, good God, the fuck am I getting diabetes?
Yeah, well, that's probably the American version. If it was in another country, I promise you it's less.
They probably use cane sugar in other places. I know in Mexico they use cane sugar for Cokes.
Yeah, but that's the thing. People don't understand it. Like, if you buy one, like a burger in the United States, like a small burger, that could be like a medium or a large burger in like any other country. And you're like, that's wrong.
No, trust me, a small burger here is a small burger. It's really tiny. But if anyone else thinks that's a medium or a large in another country, are you eating sliders for your burgers? Because that is not right. Is your small a slider?
I don't know what
That's how that works.
Like the American burgers we have, that's like 150 gram. I think it's like a burger that is like we eat. Is American, if that's in an American style burger restaurant, it's 150 gram. And that in Europe would be classified as a large. But also,
actually
we don't need food to survive it.
You just say you don't need food to survive. I'm like, what?
Wait, what?
I'm sure you need that.
I have not eaten under 200 years, boy. And I am fine.
That's 200 in his years, not in human years. Just letting you know. That's 200 years in, cat years, apparently. Sorry, diet cat years.
Diet cat?
It's kind of a thing in our group chat to where, there's we'll just say that there's a couple furries in it, and we basically call him the diet furry.
Yeah, I'm not even a furry, so they bully me.
He's not. We just call him a diet one because he calls himself half cat.
Yeah.
Because his username was like, Neko. So, yeah.
I still use Neko because I think that's a cool word. Wow, speaking hard, very.
Can you speak, sir? English, do you speak it? Clearly not, because now we just have constipated meows.
So how did the podcast go? Well, you see, I talked with a cat for 3 hours.
Wasn't that a shame? I mean, it was going good at first. We're talking about drinks and food, and then it just turned into pure out crap.
So, like every podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like our time is the beginning. That's where we are the best. And then it's just downhill. Yeah.
The beginning and the end is the middle. We kind of get into this like boring thing where pacing is just terrible or just not right.
Like none of us, both of us will be like, we want to end this. We should have ended. That is like, then we get up with a topic that we like, and this just flows on like amazingly. And that's like the thing that we have tried to do. Like in the beginning, when we started, that we had talked about this before. It was like we did more of a news podcast thing with our own take on it. Like we were more freely speaking still, but we were like we still followed a few topics that was. Then what was it like episode 10?
7?
Yes,
it was like 7 or 8.
So we started to be like we did. I think it was more that we didn't find anything to talk about. Like
yeah, we just didn't find it.
You are lagging out.
Not like I am for me. You're not. So I guess that's on your end.
Oh, probably. I have terrible internet. I'm gonna turn off the internet on one of my phones. I had 2 phones.
Might help.
Actually, why
that? You might want to do that. Use this one.
I don't find my pad, and I have fucking 3 phones, 3 pads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consoles, 6 consoles, 1 computer, 2 monitors, 1 TV.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 7. Technically, that's way more. That's like 9. I'm thinking I have like 7 consoles. One of them is a 3-in-1, so you might be able to call it 3 different consoles, but it's still 1 console. So I guess you can just say it's 1. So that's 7. And
I have 7 too. I forgot my PlayStation 2.
Someone. Good point. Scratch that. So there is 7. So PlayStation 2, that's 8. Then my original Xbox 9, GameCube 10.
Yeah, but I have an original Xbox. I have 4 consoles in one space. That's my PlayStation 3. My PlayStation 3 and my PlayStation 4 besides each other. Then the OG Xbox, of course, because I'm OG.
Yeah.
I searched for like, wait, did I say OJ or OG? Because I would have messed up that. And then I had the Xbox One. For people that has not heard about it. I actually have Xbox One now.
It took him so long.
Well, I got it for free, so.
Which I want to go and explain this because you probably heard of like randomly talking with someone in chat. It's Candy, so welcome.
Oh, hi, Candy. Oh, I found my pad that I was looking for.
Yeah. The thing is with me though is that I don't. When we started this podcast, I didn't want to read off chat at all, or like I wanted to do it when we're in the middle of topics. Like, okay, I'll just look at chat, see what's going on.
But that was because we had topics.
Yeah, I mean, really now it's kind of like this thing where I want it to be more.
I would say the podcast is
The
like.
idea of this is that the podcast to me is more like when it's live. That is to me the best part of it, not listening later. I mean, yes, I'm wanting to convert it all into a listening platform later, which currently it is that with the YouTube. But obviously there's the audio, which will come out way freaking later. It probably is not going to happen for a long time because now
he's
I'm busy
lazy.
as hell all the time.
And he's lazy. And you're lazy.
Just busy.
And what was it before that?
Then it was lazy.
So now it's like both lazy and busy.
I was lazy before. Now I would perfectly do it. It's just I'm busy all the time and I would rather use my time to do other things. Like actually putting out new content rather than taking other content and turning it into a different platform.
You're sort of like you're sick.
Yeah, my voice is starting to. You can tell. To answer something, Candy randomly said that I use a bomb as a phone. I'm like, who the hell said I used a bomb as my phone?
Sounds like a bomb. And also, that's not good to use a bomb as a phone. What if it explodes in your ear?
Good idea. I mean, I've heard of like, you know, your ear ringing a lot, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a different story there, buddy. That's gonna be a way louder ring in the case that you don't have an ear.
I don't think you have a face, basically, either.
Not really.
So, what happened? You know, someone called me and I had to answer.
Ring, ring. Hi, what's up? I'm gonna call you back. I think that was the Note 8. That was the exploding. Could be wrong. It was a Note 8, not the Note 7, but I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah.
Damn, my voice is starting to go. I barely even talked today.
Wow. When we finally do the podcast, your voice is gonna die.
Well, the thing is, like, really, is that at my work, I don't really talk all too much. So now everything's getting a lot worse for me. It's like, you know, whenever I do try to talk, it's like someone who hasn't talked in a very long time is trying to, and they start stuttering like crazy or whatever else. It's just the way it's been.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's what you would call an aluminum explosive instead of plastic. Because, you know, aluminum thing, whatever. Because he's talking about the Note 8 being the military version. And I'm like, I think that's called an aluminum explosive. Or aluminium to make it even better sounding. I don't know.
You know, you should never. Does anyone ever think about how fucking terrible or how dangerous technology really is? If you think about it, like, if you go into the depths of it, it's so dangerous the things we do, and yet we continue doing it. Even if we're gonna, like, they could turn anything into a weapon these days.
Yeah. I mean, for example, I mean, this is a very easy one. I mean, hell, where I work, there's danger everywhere. Literally, there are lasers there, and if you don't turn the laser off before you put your hand in there, you just cut your hand off. Literally, that can happen. Pretty sure that has happened there. Is that someone has actually sliced one of their fingers off because the laser wasn't on or wasn't off.
And let me guess, there is a rule there that is like everything that happens there is your fault as long as you are in the workplace.
There are I mean, there are like workers' comp type of situations. I don't know if that guy got it, but regardless, because it's a laser, don't worry. There's not gonna be any blood or anything because it instantly cauterizes it because it's a laser.
Yeah, have you ever?
Literally just
I
cut it
was.
straight.
I remembered. I was thinking about that when I was playing Star Wars.
I mean, that's why you see like the bright burns and everything because it actually
Yeah,
does cut, but you don't see any blood because it's instantly cauterized.
yeah, and you're like, can you think about how terrible technically Star Wars is, and yet it's as PG-13 it can be because it keeps the gore down because of heat.
I mean, there's plenty of maiming. There could be plenty of maiming. They just don't show it.
I don't do memes. I watch real.
No, maiming. Like maiming an arm. That's what it is. When you get maimed, it means a limb get cut off.
Oh. I mean, that's not really gore, apparently.
Depends, I guess.
Hey,
I mean,
have you watched? Both you and me have watched Supernatural. That's PG-13.
That is classed.
Or it says TVM or TV-14, but yeah, that's basically the definition of PG-13. It's like, oh, it's TV-14. Yeah, that means that it's like for like any teenager.
I mean, it's literally 1 year up.
Yeah, what is it with age restriction? Be like, so you see this mature rating.
Age restriction kind of stuff either. I mean, it's more of a guidance thing to me than an actual, hey, you need to be this age to do this.
Unless you're a fucking store. Fuck, I love. I'm actually happy about stores like that. It's like, oh no, you can't buy this game because you need to be 18. Like, I get that because
that I can understand. I mean, the only thing I can't understand is if you're a year off. Like for me, for example, I tried to buy a game. I forgot what it was. I think it was like a Call of Duty or something.
Yeah, I think we talked about this another time.
And
also,
I was 16, and it was for 17, and I was 16, and I tried to buy like, no, we need you to bring in a parent or something. I'm like, dude, it's 1 year. It's like it doesn't matter. You're not 17, so you can't buy this. I'm like,
yeah.
1 year.
I just called once.
I'm more mature than you are. Literally.
I think I was buying also like a Call of Duty or something like once, and I had to call my parents to be able to buy it. They were like,
I mean, literally, my parents were just in the car. I just had to, tell them like, hey, come in here and buy this. They won't let me get it.
I mean, I get it. It's like, hey, you shouldn't sell it because like, but also you.
I mean, at least they're doing their job, unlike, the parents who won't.
Yeah. And that pisses me off also, like stuff like, oh hey, you see these rules we have? Yeah, if you don't follow those, you cannot be here. Like, okay.
Yeah.
And that's so fun because then you have the FTC that we were talking about before. There's like, you do have these rules, but kids are still watching. They need new rules. Like,
I mean, when it came to the example that I just made, where it was 1 year off, that I don't see a problem. And say a parent comes in to buy it for you and all that, it's like you're a year off. I mean, you're pretty much good to go. You're fine. But if it's like a few years off or something, it's like, nah,
yeah.
let them wait.
Or if it's specific sites, you should definitely not go if you're underage.
Yeah, especially if it's like, oh hey, it's a 10-year-old playing a mature rated game. Like, no, don't don't do that.
Yeah, they should only play Fortnite.
The game should just die in general.
Just like the 10-year-olds.
But how does that work? No, I mean, you can't. Say, but that was coincidental of what I was saying to Candy and what you went. But literally, it says I bought pirated games. Like, you don't buy pirated games unless like someone pirated and then sold it to you. That's a different story. But you don't buy what?
Why would you buy a pirated game when you can do it yourself for free?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, say someone else pirated and then they sold it to you. Yeah, that's technically buying a pirated game. But I mean, if you're just
But
saying
here comes the question: how is the law with that? Like, how is the law? Like, if you buy something that's pirated,
with pirating, I mean, technically, they do have their copyright law where it's if you're stealing something, you get like up to a $250,000 fine. Up to that doesn't mean that is what you're going to be getting, but they can raise it up to that high. That is the maximum they're allowed to set. But
I think that's like
basically,
if they find a lot of pirated materials, they go
yeah,
probably about the amount, and when you have reached the
in a
amount,
way, they don't entirely track it all the way. I mean, in a way they do, in a way they don't. It's really weird. I don't understand it either because
it was so funny,
like it
like
goes from
watching
one.
old movies on VOS where it says like, if you do this, you can be fined this much, and you're like, okay, cool. Can I watch the movie now?
Right. I'm just saying, it's just I don't know. It's like a very random gray area. I mean, you can do it, but there's always that risk of being tracked. Like say someone tracks you, and then it gets like flagged or something. So say government wise or your ISP or something, they track it. They figure out you just did that. They go report it. Like that can happen. So we'll obviously be careful. But yeah.
Yeah. And here's the thing though. I feel like most ISP is pretty chill with it because, to be honest, those laws is, I understand them. I understand why they exist, but to a degree, like to a degree, I want to say this: like, if it's in a game, say you have a PlayStation 2, you can't buy those games almost anywhere, like almost.
So that's another thing. I mean, it depends on what we're going with because that's the other like really big gray law when it comes to or gray area when it comes to emulation is that if it's something old enough to where they don't get any type of money off of it. So like you just said, PlayStation 2 games, buying the physical version of it at some retro store, Sony and the developers of those games don't receive a single penny of that.
No.
So in reality, it's not a problem. But if say that game is on the PS4 for like the downloadable or through PS Now, technically they can get money that way, and you just got it a different way. So that still kind of counts, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's like a really weird mix.
But yeah, that's an old game that you can't. But still, it's a game you probably can't get in any way except through like, if it's through PlayStation Now. I'm gonna say this: they have to update that so you can do as you do on Xbox, where you can download like the 360 game, like I did with Oblivion, actually.
Yeah, I mean with Xbox, I mean it's really easy. I mean, PlayStation, they have a really weird way of having it. I don't really understand it. But I mean, Xbox, it's literally all compatible within through emulation. Because they have all the source code of their original consoles. So they can just easily do it. They didn't think they could, but they can.
Yes.
So
I just got level 60, rank 17.
Disc or download the 360 game. Same with original Xbox games. It works. But I mean, to go back to the other point though, the other kind of gray area in that is basically you have the what is it? You have that little area of like, is it right to download this like this ROM because either you own the game itself, so say you bought it in the past, you own it, so therefore it should be fine to download it, but at the same time it's like, no, it's not. And then you have the whatever, like we said before, they can't get any more money off of it, so it should be fine. But at the same time, it's like still kind of not. What's pretty bad though is downloading new games that still get money. So say you, I don't know, pirate a Switch game. Yeah, no, that's not cool.
Yeah, I have said this, like I think we talked about it before. Like I want to say that if you own a game, but you want it, but you don't have the console anymore, or something else is the problem, like the disc is broken, but you can emulate the game, I would say it should be fine to download it then, because you have bought it, and you don't want to waste more money on a game that's already.
Me, I just have tools to back them up. Because I mean, here's the thing though, with say PlayStation 2 games, you can literally go buy it from the retro store, put it in your computer, and then you can literally just rip the ISO off of it. that's backing it up. Still kind of goes. Again, don't really know if that's technically, legal. I won't say it is, but I'm just saying I don't really know how that works. So you can do that. And another thing, for example, technically this isn't exactly a legal thing, but I didn't do it. It's a modded Xbox. I'm not the one who modded the damn thing, so I'm not destroying your hardware, Microsoft. I got it that way. Point being, or even in the normal Xbox, you can back up a copy of a game to a flash drive, and then you can play it off of that through the emulator on PC. It's still there, but it's kind of like a broken or sort of like a not complete version of the game. So it's not technically the over thing.
Is it that if with the Xbox though there is a risk to get the Ring of Death from modding it?
You can get a Ring of Death from almost anything on the originals. I mean, yeah, you can still get that, but there's
I have
more
an
ways to
orange.
like
I got an
actually.
orange ring on my old Xbox, on the OG one.
No, that was still red.
Yeah, I know. What is the orange one? Isn't that like a Danish thing also? If it's
No,
orange.
it's just all red. It's just that it's brightly colored. I think they like mix the red and green a little bit, so it looks that way. But they still call a red ring, but it's more orangish. Still, point being, yeah, that can happen from either overheating the Xbox, like say, you cover the vents on the Xbox the entire time and play it, so it'll overheat and do that, or it could be something wrong internally.
I don't think it's dead though. I know I don't really play that Xbox. I played the Xbox One if I feel like playing anything. I recently just started playing Final Fantasy 15 on the Xbox because I got it for free. As you know.
Yeah.
Game Pass. And I started streaming it on Mixer. I have
That's another thing, man.
That I've made fun of Mixer before.
Yeah, you made fun of Mixer before, and now that you stream on it through Xbox, and you're just like, nah, it's not too.
It's still kind of bad now. Like,
I mean, I'll say this: that it is lacking a little bit in the features in a way,
and
like
it's kind of the one thing that's worse with this is that fucking streaming thing that comes up in the that you can put in the corners or in the on screen.
I mean, that only pops up for you. It won't actually show up on streams.
Yeah, but that bothers me because it's in the way sometimes, and sometimes you have to move it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's just a little thing. You don't even have the chat open. I mean, sure, you're gonna want to if that's your only way to view chat. But
No, I have a phone and a PC, and
you can just move it over. Really, I don't see too much of a problem in it. Just move it to an area that's not being used.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the only game I had to move it from on Final Fantasy because I had it in top center because it was fine. It wasn't in the way for like I think I was streaming State of Decay before that, and it was like it's not in the way. It doesn't bother me anyway there, but it still bothers me because it still exists there because I don't want to see it. It kind of, I want to say this, they should make it smaller. Like, that's the thing. It's like super long for like one thing, like two things.
It's kind of the thing. Kind of the thing when it comes down to like the PS4 like broadcasting thing. I don't like the broadcasting UI. I think it's kind of dumb. And at the same time, I don't like anything that shows a view counter. It just annoys me because at that point you're putting a number to who's in the stream, and I don't like that anymore. It really annoys me to see that. I don't want to see how many people are watching, and I sure as hell don't want to see how many messages have been posted because for some reason that's an option. Like, who the hell cares? Like, oh, you got 32 chats in this stream. Like, who cares?
I use that because I kind of like that it's just I don't care about the view counter, more about the message counter because that's good because it helps me check when I get an actual message in the stream.
I mean, it's okay if it pings you to say, hey, you got another message. Like, that's fine. But to say how many it has, like, literally, it could just be like a little icon pops up that, like, a little message icon just pops up real quick. You're like,
Oh,
it's
think
not-
about being one of those that has like 1,000 viewers and have the stream talking all the time.
Yeah, just like.
I wonder what
scrolling
would
and
happen with that thing though, because I've never thought about it because
I
I
mean,
did
that's basically why people upgrade, because at that point, it's like, if you're going to have plenty of viewers, once you get to a set amount, you do need to upgrade, because then you're just limiting yourself to, a better possible deal. I mean, like, look at me, for example. I mean, I did a little too early, I guess. But, I streamed off of a terrible capture card. Actually, I recorded off of it because I couldn't stream back then. Then I streamed off the Xbox, and that seemed to work pretty much fine. And now I do it all through capture card, except for PS4 because it's broken as hell.
only when you play alone you can stream from the PS4, right?
Yeah, I could stream. I can use the capture card when I'm alone, but whenever I'm playing with any friends on the PS4 who chat through it, then I can't because it's broken.
Yeah, and that's the thing we need to fix somehow. Like,
and I tried that before, like whenever we were playing the expansions in Destiny. That was through the capture card streamed, but for some
I think the
reason,
second
it
one was
completely buggy as hell. I think it was the expansion ones, but I mean, it was completely buggy as hell to where I was like, it was just skipping a lot of frame skips and everything. And Streamlabs told me nothing. I was looking the entire time, like, is there any problems? Nope. Any problems? Nope. Never got a notification for it.
So it was only this. So you think it was the capturing card messing up and not Streamlabs itself?
Well, no. If the capture card was messing up, then Streamlabs would have picked it up and said, "Hey, there's some odd about this."
So you think it's the PS4
I think it was that it went to. No, what I think was going on is that the Streamlabs was fine. What it was encoding to was bad. So basically, it going to restream or whatever, that's where it screwed up. So on my preview and on my end, everything was perfectly fine. But once it uploaded out, it was getting crap. Like whenever it hit the random source. So it could have still been my issue because like going through two different systems, like internet wise and whatever the hell was going on there. But yeah, I don't know. It could have just been Restream was having a bad day that day.
And also not only that, it's kind of like a thing with when you stream, like that's the thing. Like I want to play a lot of games on the PS4, and I know you dislike playing like you dislike the PS4 streaming, so it's like hard for us to play something there because we both want to preferably stream when we play together because if we don't,
I mean, if it wasn't for that audio issue, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
If I could just do it the way I do it on Xbox, where I can listen to both the game and the chat through the speakers, and basically I could talk through an app on the computer, because that's how I've been doing it when we play on Xbox, is I use the Xbox app on the computer, and I connect to a party chat while you're on Xbox, and I'm on PC.
I wonder if that exists for the PlayStation though.
And if PlayStation has a method to have party chats through PC and it works fine, I'm open.
We should try to search that up, see if there is something. But that was thing because I wanna definitely because I wanna do Modern Warfare. Because I would definitely fucking wanna do Modern Warfare. And
I mean, the thing with Modern Warfare though, I mean, it's still technically the same thing, but it's also broken in a sense for me. Because I mean, if you think about it, I have to we'd have to talk through in-game chat.
Yeah, unless we find a way to use the PS4 on PC.
I guess, but I mean, mainly we'd have to use in-game chat, and that'd be a little bit broken most of the time. A little bit because, for one, I have no way to talk in-game and that, because the party chat thing on the PC won't connect to in-game chat, so that wouldn't work well. The way I could do it is obviously buy me the new headset. I talk through it, and your audio still goes out through the speakers, and there's that. But I'd have to find some way to talk to you on Xbox or through the Xbox, whatever.
Oh yeah, you play on Xbox.
Yeah, which is another reason why I'm wanting to get that headset, because I can just plug it straight into my PS4 controller, go from there instead of having to use my actual mic because it picks up way too much. And that's just my main issue with it, is that it picks up too much. It wouldn't really be much of an issue for me otherwise.
Yeah, I think that's. But we have talked about this. They have a terrible noise gate on PS4,
They
so
don't have one. That's the problem. They don't have one. They just tell you, oh, like your audio is too low, or it's good, or it's too high.
or
There
in
is no noise gate.
fucking midstream, everything works perfectly fine. This is your internet quality is bad. Like how? Like I like, and the best thing is that your internet quality is bad for streaming. Like, so why is the stream still up?
Yeah, and the other thing I hate is you're using the exact same, like, are you using your headset that you use for PS4 right now? Like the same one to
Yes.
talk? Yeah. On here, it sounds just fine. It actually does sound good. I do think it sounds on PS4. The compression level is just annoying. Like I notice it. Like it's not bad, but I notice it. I'm like, dang, it sounds like it's using some other headset. Like it's just a little lower, or like the noise cancellation is higher on PS4. I'm just like, what's going on there? So it's not. It has nothing to do with you, like you, and it has nothing to do with your headset. It's PS4 compressing it.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about something. Like, I think I was listening to myself on something and was like, I fucking sound good for once. And I fucking hate my voice.
I mean, I'll say this: like with your headset you have now on PS4, you still do sound pretty good. You sound way better than you used to.
Yeah, but I had a crappy headset. I still have the headset
Yeah.
somewhere.
I mean, obviously, you sounded terrible during the Versus World one because your headset kept leaking game audio.
Yeah, I'm afraid this one leaks too a little bit, but that's not a lot because I like.
I mean, it's okay if it's like, it's loud and you can hear like it a little bit in the background. That's not too bad. But if it's something like how it was in the Versus World video where it was literally as if I was hearing your game audio on my computer, like perfectly there as if you were streaming your audio to me. Like it was just that annoyed the hell out of me. It was
They have
such a
not
pain in the
done that
ass to
much
get.
updates, by the way, on Verse World. I feel like they've given up on the project. That's kind of sad.
What project?
Um,
Versus
Versus
World
World.
or
Yeah, because
yeah.
there's not been
I
any
don't really hear
update at
much about that.
all.
Yeah.
Like I think it's been like one update since we got the game.
Kind of sucks because in a way it's not too bad. I think they made it free to play. I'm not too sure about that because I've heard some random things about that. But I mean, it's not a bad game. It's kind of fun. I mean, it could be fun with a lot of people. And because not many people play it with the bots, it also still makes it pretty fun.
Wait a second. Can you play Modern Warfare? Wait, are you playing the new one or the old ones? You play the new
Sounds
one.
like Modern Warfare. What do you mean? It sounds like Modern Warfare lobbies. Are you saying like how he sounds right now? Sounds like we're in a Modern Warfare lobby, like the compression level.
No, there is no compression levels on Modern Warfare lobbies. I don't think they have fucking understanding what the noise gate is in that. But what people.
I mean, again, it's like I don't know what it is. It's just the potato mic. I mean, if you're talking about the one now, I don't know what you're on about. But I mean, right now his mic isn't too bad, unless like the stream itself is.
Hey,
You're not wrong. You're not.
that's who I am, eh?
Yeah, but I mean, the compression level is just that way all the time. I don't know what it is. I mean, really, through Discord right now, you sound perfectly fine. But maybe, say right now, it's being streamed over to 3 different platforms. Their compression levels can make you sound probably crap. They can. I don't know if they are.
I don't know. I mean,
But it's just.
I don't care if someone wanna bully me to sound like a Modern Warfare lobby. Well, you see, I'm not an Xbox player.
See, that's an insult all in itself because there's a lot of Xbox players that were just downright what the fuck. I mean, there's some PlayStation ones that were pretty bad, but Jesus
But like,
Christ.
what is it with?
Just join on Black Ops 2 and on 360, and you'll see.
Like, I'm not kidding. Like, there's so much memes about just Xbox. Like, it's even the subreddit with like where you have messages on Xbox.
I mean, honestly, what I find the worst is just the little kids. Like, you can definitely tell they are like 10 or below. Absolutely. and they're
So
just,
basically,
like,
every Xbox kid.
singing all over the damn. I'm just saying, it's pretty annoying having to hear that. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you?
No, it's not wrong with them. What's wrong with their parents? Letting them play Modern
What's
Warfare.
wrong with both of them? Is the question. Well, it's not really that. It's that they get too much into this deal, I guess. I mean, honestly.
Did you watch like? Oh no, wait, you don't watch Greasy, do you?
No, what's the do?
I don't know if it. No, it was it blog I watched. Was one of.
I mean, if you're talking about like Grizzly, then I mean, I watch the Deuce perspective on whenever they're recording together, mostly on Siege. That's all they mainly play. But I watch those videos. So if any of that you're wanting to reference,
but it was like a Modern Warfare video.
Name drops.
Yeah, I don't really care. We have never cared about like, and especially those guys is perfect because if you like offensive humor, those is definitely the guys.
They'll do pretty well.
But like, I think it was Grizzly or if it was Blarge I watched a few days ago, and it wasn't like a kid screaming to like being really rude or like this cocky guy and be like, oh my god, I'm so like it's better than everyone. Everyone was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that is kids these days.
I feel like there's been kids all these times as we were kids.
It just keeps going. I don't know. I mean,
do you know why we are like that? It's simple. It's because you have the parents that was cocky as kids. Then they try to teach their kids to not be like that. What happens? They become like that because you, as a kid, you don't listen to your parents as good.
See, this is kind of the other problem too, is that when you are a kid, like you were probably just like a demon spawn when it came to how bad you were, like of how like I don't know how much trouble you put your own parents through, and then you think about it and you're like, oh, if you ever have a kid in the future, you're gonna go through the exact same thing because it's just a mini you. So careful what you wish for. If
I wish
you were
for Penguin
and you are having a kid or whatever, it's gonna be the same way. Like,
yeah,
this is how it's gonna be.
And then peep. Well, it depends because these days people don't even watch their kids. They're like, "Oh, I have a phone, so you go watch YouTube or something."
I mean, there are still some that are perfectly fine, but there are others that
That I don't know. They should start having a license for having kids.
That's kind of. I mean, really, you technically already have that. It's called, if you're, already a terrible parent, they just like remove the kid from you.
Yeah, but they should have a specific license so you can't be like, if you neglect your kid even the slight, like, so they don't become like, if all they do on the day is playing games and stuff. Like, I get it if a kid is sick or home from school because it's like a day off or something, fine, let the kid play all day unless they have if they don't have friends, like some people don't have, because yeah, it happens, you don't have friends.
See, this is the problem. You won't entirely have many friends for the fact that you don't get out. That's kind of the thing, though. For me, when it comes down to it, I don't really see a problem with kids, say, like, playing the games all day or whatever, as long as they're not spoiled to the idea of just doing that.
Yeah,
they should definitely get out there and go do some other things too, like go try your hand at sports if you like that. Go hang out with some friends from school or something. Go do something else.
That's also the thing. Like, if you know your kid isn't like has the greatest thing, it's like, oh, he has no friends in school. Like, yeah, you can't do much about that. Like,
I mean, yeah,
true, and that's gonna be an issue because then the kid, what the kid doesn't want to go out because he doesn't have anything to do outside because there's no one to be with.
Hey, look at me.
I mean,
I didn't have too many in real life friends. I had maybe right there at high school, I had like maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah,
that I
but
was
that's also the
really
thing.
hanging around with.
Like,
and that was
but say you are in like what was it? Elementary school, is it? That's the first. Like, that's year 1 to 4 for you guys, right? Is it year 1 to
That's
3?
no, elementary is 6 grades. It's kindergarten to 5th. You know, it's kindergarten.
Yeah,
1, 2,
but
3, 4, 5.
around there, you as a kid, you could be friends with almost anyone. But
Yeah.
then when you come to like high school and stuff like that, that's where you start being like, where you notice who is good people and who isn't. Because as a kid, all you want to do is to have fun and play around a lot. That's it. And that's
honestly, that's about the only time that you get to be kids, is when you're kids. Because when you try to be a kid as an adult, it doesn't always work.
no, because one, they're probably gonna fucking arrest you at the playground for being a creep.
It depends on what you're trying to do. But I'm saying that when it comes down to, like, let's say, I'm just saying, like, you're trying to be a little bit childish. You're just letting that like kind of inner kid out. It's like you can't exactly do that because you still have to be mostly an adult. Like, let's say, for example, me is just most of my time out of school or whenever I would be sitting here in my room doing whatever, and I would go out and go do some other stuff. But I can't do that anymore. I have a job. I have to do that, and it takes up all my time.
But before, and same thing is like when you have high school, like where you get like a lot of, you start getting a lot of, what is it called? Homework is the word I was looking for because I'm getting old. Like you don't, that's where you start losing your freedom, like, because you're gonna have to do the homework because apparently everything is dependent.
Because some classes don't even have homework.
I fucking hate schools that's like all dependent on fucking homework. Like, no, that's not
those kind of classes where it's like, you know, they won't really teach you much in class. Like, oh, hey, here's homework. Just learn shit from that. Like, dude.
Schools in general like that is dumb. Like, because it's like you're meant to teach. Like,
I want the person to teach, not this paper.
But the paper can teach you without me talking with you, so we can play Candy Crush.
More stressful than work. Never said that.
This homework
we're
is
saying that in general. Yeah, we're not saying that homework is more stressful than work life. We're just saying in general that it is like the start of when you need to start focusing more on responsibility.
Actually, I would say this: if you go in college, homework is almost more stressful than work because that's all you apparently have these days. Because like
college is insanely stressful, and I'm not even in it yet, and I know that I will be.
Yeah, and we both know friends that is like saying that, oh, I don't have time to do anything because I have like this homework to do. Like, do you have anything else to do in your free time than homework? Because that sounds like they give you too much
homework, essays, shit like that. It just goes nuts. I'm just like,
and
yeah.
Here's the thing: what they don't get. Here's a thing I have because I notice a lot because I talk with my friend a lot. It's like they don't sleep because they have to finish their homework.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they don't, they can't do the next homework because that's even if everything will be due to Friday, it doesn't matter. You have like a day's worth of homework for each day for that week until Friday.
Yeah, and also when it comes down to it, I mean, you can turn in the day of the deadline, but it really looks much better on you if you do it beforehand. If you complete it as fast and efficient as you can before that deadline, you turn it in. It's like, okay, you basically just give yourself, for one, you give yourself a little bit more freedom after you're done because you have a few days before the next assignment, unless they give it to you immediately. And at the same time, your professor or whatever is like, oh, well, they're actually doing pretty good here. They're doing it much earlier than usual. Brownie points.
Yeah. But also then it's like, but you still have other homework to do. Say you have the next thing like the math homework to do after that. Like you first do like the English homework and then you have to do the math homework. You still have like
do the most boring ones first, which for me would be English homework because I find that entirely boring as hell.
Which classes do you know what classes you're gonna go?
Whenever I go.
Yeah. You know what you're
I
gonna.
mean, obviously they're gonna make me do the core classes because you always have to do core classes.
Yeah,
But
that's English, math, and what is it
I
more?
mean, history it will be depending on where I go because it'll be that type of history. So, for example, I mean, I wanted to do something music related. So
Wait, your core stuff is history too?
Yep.
What?
Yeah, that's core. We
Not for us.
have
In Sweden, our three
math,
most core
English,
things is
science.
English, Swedish, and math. That's the core in Sweden.
Well, I mean, the core classes here, math, history, English, uh, whatever else, science, and I think that was it.
Yeah, I don't think
English.
history and science and stuff like that is only like in high school for us. Like we do, that's like the core in
It's
high
still kind
school.
of the same thing. I mean, you still kind of go for it. I mean, I don't really know if it's still a thing, really. It depends on like the place you go into. Like, for example, if you were going to something computer related, you would go into computer science. Like
Yeah.
that would be your
But
thing.
like, here's the thing. That's the thing here. Also, like the core class for you for is what the job is trying to master. Like, if you wanna become like a chef, you probably don't gonna do like a lot of history. Like, I don't think you're gonna need history. Other than like, yeah,
No, I mean,
this
actually,
cuisine
with being a
was
chef, you
made.
could go with history. I mean, with chef, you could go with history because it's like a culture benefit. Like, if you
True.
say go into a certain type of cuisine that you're wanting to get into, then you want to like learn the culture behind that type of like food that you're preparing, because in a way, it kind of brings it closer to the way you're working it.
Mm.
I mean, for example,
I
like I
mean, I
said,
think that's the
I
thing
go into
that,
some music.
I think that would be I think we only do core classes first. Like the core is what we have both university and another thing before, because you have a thing called gymnasium before we go to college or university.
Hmm.
And when we're done with gymnasium, we have all the things we have to search for that specific job we have done. But if we wanna like often when you wanna continue your education to higher levels, you go to university for like doctor degrees and stuff.
So that's the other thing. I mean, technically yes, but also no here. I mean, it's kind of that way where if you're wanting to get like larger degrees, you'll want to go to university, but that's to say that you will want to go there. Like, let's say, for example, I mean, every time I talk to True about this, he makes it sound like that college and university are two completely different things that are like going after each other. So basically, you have to go to college first, then you go to uni or something like that. I'm like, that's not how it is here, because technically they're the exact same thing here.
But not in
It's just
Sweden either.
uni
We have
is a
college and
bigger
then
college.
university, because college for us is the gymnasium. That's college. And then
That's what I'm saying. I mean, for us, it just college is. I mean, college and university. A university is a college. It's just a bigger one with more programs and a bigger area, like a bigger campus. That's it. That's the only difference is more programs, probably more years you can take on those programs, and the bigger campus. That's all university is. A college is
yeah,
the
but
exact same thing. It's more, less.
I think here's the thing. I don't think you can search into university, or you can in a way. I think, but if you, but that means that you have to have at least something good to go on, because they go on scores in Sweden too, like they probably do in the United States.
Yeah. I mean, you can go straight into university as long as you have good test scores and everything.
Yeah. Or you
Which
have
you take those test scores at any time, so doesn't really matter about college in general.
yeah. And yeah. Wow, we have talked for a bit.
Quite a bit. So this is the kind of stuff I like getting into this like business.
What what did led to school? I don't fucking even remember what we started talking about.
I don't. Kids and parents. I just went straight to school. We started talking about it. I mean, like I was saying. I mean, with my thing, it was that I was wanting to go into music related stuff, and as I was saying before, with the history and everything, it would be talking about music history, like the type of music that is in this area. I mean, the programs I was looking at had like U.S. history of music and world history of music. I'm like, I'd take world history because U.S. history, I already know it. It's not that hard to know it. But world history, that sounds way more entertaining to know.
What the fuck? Social studies? That sounds like. I don't
Social
think.
studies is history.
Ah.
It's the same thing. It's just what they call it. They call it social studies in lower grades for us. Like here in the US, like that's what.
Wait, how is that social studies? That doesn't sound so social studies. It sounds just like. I want to say social studies is more like.
Again, it's the study of like society. So it could be of history, of economics, of our governments, stuff like that.
Yeah, that was so like that didn't go under history for us. Like our social studies was like that was like biology. No, that goes on the side for us. Geography.
Yeah, that counts.
I think we had or not economy, but like something like it, like classes. We had like class stuff, like about how it works in different countries. Basically, in the everything was like geography in that social study for us was like geography because like we learned about how it works around. We start with like Sweden. We learned about. Or first we started with like the. I would say we have counties in our land. We don't have states. I think we are classified as counties. We have like 27 counties in Sweden.
I don't know how many we got in my state, but
yeah, your state have counties. Our country have counties.
Yeah, states have counties, and we have a extreme shit down here in the U.S. Because I mean, for example, we're a bigger country size-wise, I guess.
You don't say.
Yeah, we got a pretty damn big country. Of course, we're rivaled size-wise. I mean, hello, look at Russia. That's a gigantic area. But
Sweden would even fucking. Here's the thing: Sweden would never join the United States as a state ever.
I don't think anyone would ever want to join as another state of America. I mean, we're kind of done with that anyway. I don't feel like anyone else could be like, oh, hey, we're gonna conquer. Hey, we want to buy this.
You know what you do instead?
Kind of done with that now.
You put like your flag in a country and say, "This is ours now." You still control yourself, but you have to follow our laws, and you can't.
I mean, really, what we have is just like certain like agreed territories or like neutral area where it's just basically, you know, we can
Puerto Rico, I think.
Military bases or something.
I think Puerto Rico is one.
Puerto Rico is an actual state, I think.
Nope, it's not a state. It's one of those like.
Or not state, territory, but.
Yeah, it's one territory, and I think there's another one down there also. I don't remember which one.
Like I said, just basically neutral territories and actual territories where we'll just place around our bases. So, you know, obviously I'm not going to name them, but I mean, we have a ton of military bases around.
Afghanistan.
That's a big one. Afghanistan, Germany, Japan, blah 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 blah. There's a ton.
Basically, fucking. Yep.
Every country you can think of, we probably got one there. Especially in the Middle East, it's everywhere.
The only countries you definitely don't have a military base is like one of those like Micronesia or something in the middle of nowhere. There's like 2,000 people. One, because I don't think you Americans know there is a country called Micronesia. They're like checking the map and they're like, what the fuck is this small part? Did someone spill bread on my map again? Is the bread on my map? That's like the map it is. It looks like stains or something. Like when you come to Oceania, it's just like stains in the end. That's it. It's like a stain thing. It's like so many islands that it's so unnecessary to even map them out. Oh god, we're bullying Oceania.
Yeah. And for the record, yeah, I know of it. But there's a bunch of stuff really when it comes down to it. Greetings, local people. Greetings, local natives. We're taking over.
That's like what it feels like every country did in the past. They were like, hi, so you live here? You see, our king needs somewhere to live, and you know, this looks like a good spot.
You guys live here, right? It's like, you like your current government? It's like, I guess it's fine. You know, we have this different government. We think you'll like it a lot better. It's like, well, I mean, that's cool and all, but we like to stick to our own government. Like, nah, I'm sorry. It's just, we think you like this a lot better. We're going to go ahead and enforce it on you. Because that's literally what it was. It was literally like, it's like, oh, we have democracy, so we're going to enforce it onto you.
Oh yeah,
okay, we have, or you know, biggest like religion over here is Christianity. It's like, okay, we're gonna try to enforce that more, and I'm like, dude, just freaking let people be the way they're gonna be. Goddamn.
It's like, and then you get into the 1900s. When you literally came into the 1900s, they were like, we should stop taking over places and start to be friendly. Except after we have gotten the oil, of course. The oil is very important.
It's always the oil. We need that. Which, Saudi Arabia, got plenty.
And we need to sell weapons so countries can kill each other. Otherwise, we should live in peace. Oh god, that's like, I feel like that's the logic from like United States or any country. It's like, we should all live in peace. But if you want to buy anything, I mean, I'm not saying no. Just don't use it against us. So what you buying?
5,000 RPM of freedom. I don't know. Well, yeah. I don't know. It's just plenty of bullshit. But out of the politics of society, which is already terrible as it is, oh boy. You want to talk about, because we were starting to talk about this earlier, but, you know, we faded off into kids and schools and countries.
We faded off into kids? Oh god!
Talking about kids.
I took that out of context. I was like, what?
But point is, we were talking about all that other crap, and now, okay. So, would you like to talk about some of the stuff that the title of mine mentions? Mostly just because it's just something I want to rant about real quick. It really won't take long at all, unless we start ranting
more and more and more, and then make fun of you, and then we, yeah, sounds about right. So, what did you want to talk about? Because I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. It's the year of the rat, so.
Before we do that, my dog is trying to get into this cover that's in the corner of the room, and I'm like, no. 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 God. So determined. Okay. Okay, back to business. Well, the business of him being pissed off at me. Okay. As I was saying, so of what we were going on about before was kind of leaning into the whole... Really, Candy? Now you're just outing yourself. Anyway.
Oh, that sounds gay, by the way. I mean, who doesn't have... I mean, what is wrong with a redacted kiss? I don't know how you redact a kiss, but hey.
Hold on. No. But anyway.
God, that's so
what I was trying to
perfect.
talk about before my dog decided to interrupt me. Because yes, my dog is the one who interrupted me.
Oh yeah, blame the
We're
dog.
kind of on about always. Just like you will always blame Nexus, I will always blame the dog. Now, as we were on about before, about the whole, like, we were talking about consoles and everything.
Yes?
The title of this episode for me is, like, the Plastic Box Wars, because it's literally freaking console wars. For some reason, it's risen back up again. And I'm like,
why? I don't know.
Why the hell do we keep having this? Like, what is with this topic of, oh, mine's better than yours. No, my plastic box is better.
Oh,
no, mine's better.
Oh, wait, did I ever send you that meme? Hey, did I send you that game meme I sent around a while ago? The game meme where it was like, when Xbox play calls PlayStation play gay, PlayStation plays call Xbox plays gay, and then you have PC gamers with rainbow keyboards and mouses. And I was like, that's so fucking perfect.
Nah, you never said that. But
Oh, it was funny.
I mean, it's not really between companies; it's between fan bases.
It's between
That is
10-year-olds.
basically, yes. I mean, it's literally just pure out bull. I mean, literally. I don't really understand why is it so many people have to go nuts about like, oh my god, mine's better, yours is an absolute piece of trash. Like, why can't you just say, hey, I prefer this console, and that's that. That's all you're gonna say. Just like, say for example, I say I prefer the Xbox One. That's all you gotta say. You don't have to expand upon it. You can say why. You can be like, I like these features, and the PS4 is kind of lacking in that. And that's
I mean,
it. You're good to go.
again,
Then,
streaming on Xbox, as I said earlier, it's better. But I prefer the PlayStation because it got better exclusives for me. That's like...
See, that makes perfect sense. Like you just said, the streaming wise on Xbox, to me, it's more streamlined. Yes, that's a pun that was not intended, but regardless, it is a streamlined streaming service. Weird to say that. One is that is much better to me. But like you just said, the exclusives on PS4, I do like those better because they got all the freaking good companies over there. I mean, Xbox has some pretty good ones too, but they don't.
I feel like they focus too much on multiplayer games. Also, they focus more on multiplayer games.
Yeah, Xbox is more multiplayer, but also they kind of go into the odd territory these days. I mean, they try to focus more on the gameplay than the story, while PS4 focuses on more on both, but the story is like really pushed out there. So you get like a really damn good story on PS4.
Death Stranding.
Xbox, you can get like, it's pretty nice, but if you don't have a good story, then you have no replayability. I mean, for example, it's not an exclusive; it's a multi-platform. But Destiny, for example, to me, I feel like the gameplay is pretty good, but the story is lacking in areas to where replayability isn't always there. Destiny 2, for example, that kind of, I'm not really a big fan of the main campaign story. Gameplay wise, I love the game. Now I do. Before it was kind of an issue, but now I actually really like it.
I mean, you're not wrong, Kenny. Halo was actually carrying Xbox for a while. Like, that was
really it was. I mean that is literally it's what was actually the shipping game with Xbox. It was the point to have dual sticks on a console, which at the time was unheard of. Because yes, technically the Xbox came up with that idea first, and the PlayStation 1 at the time didn't have dual sticks, but then when they figured that out, like, okay, we should make a DualShock controller for that because it's working for Microsoft. We should do it, and they do it.
Yeah, I have said this before to my friends, but the OG Xbox is better than Xbox or the PlayStation 2, in my opinion.
Hardware-wise, I think I agree. Actually, no, I don't agree. It's a little bit less, in my opinion. I don't know. It's kind of like a mixed bag with me because I played PlayStation 2 as a kid way more than the Xbox.
I did too.
Like a lot of games on it. Just that I played it way more to the point where games looked much better on the PS2.
Yeah, the games looked better, but I preferred because even if the controller was fucking huge, but it was like the game was actually fucking good still. It was like I prefer the Xbox anyways.
I didn't even really notice a lot of like exclusive games back then. I mean,
I don't think
some, like for example Halo, but
yeah, but that was the thing. Back then we didn't have exclusives in the same way like we do today.
Yeah, I mean, we had exclusives, but it was like one of those things where we didn't care. Or at least I don't feel like anyone cared. But then again, we didn't have the internet in the same swinging.
Yeah, and the Nintendo was like the only ones that actually was like fully had like a lot of exclusive games back in their day.
Yeah, I mean, they did have like some that were multi-platform in a way, but they were like very limited third parties. But they had like
I think it was like EA was a lot of, because I remember having like FIFA 05 or 6 on
like whatever Batman like Batman something Sinzu. Was it?
I don't know.
Over there. It's a Batman game on the GameCube I have. Rise of Senzu, I think is what it was. But I think that's multi-platform, but still, it's there. But yeah, PS2 versus Xbox, I still like PS2 better. Like it's just mainly it's the thing I played more of. Xbox had a lot of its issues, but at the same time, it was better in a lot of ways. For one example, the original Xbox was better.
Well, you didn't need to have a fucking card to save your games on.
True, it had built-in. It had a built-in save system. You could get Xbox memory cards, but they were not necessary.
Nope. I think that was also one of Xbox's biggest, best feature they had. Was
also,
that they didn't
built-in music library. You could like grab a CD at the time, and it would rip the music from it onto the Xbox, and you would have that huge musical library. The PlayStation 2 didn't have that. It only had put in a disc and listen, and that you could rip it to the Xbox, which they brought over to the 360 and had its own media player. I love that too. Xbox One didn't have that, which I'm like, that would have been kind of cool if they did, but oh well.
I never liked the Xbox 360. I don't like the 360 that much. That was when I started going to PlayStation. I started playing.
That much. I didn't. It was just because at the time they flipped controls. So for me, because during the 360, the first thing I was into when it came to the 360, I wasn't into first-person shooters at the time. It wasn't my thing because even on the original Xbox, I didn't play Halo at the time because I didn't know of its existence. I didn't know it existed. I didn't know anything about that. Or Call of Duty. I didn't play any of it. The first-person shooter I think I played was Medal of Honor Rising Sun on the GameCube. And you can tell that's pretty bad because that was very compressed because the GameCube was a lower-rated system. So good, but it was.
But still, GameCube is one of the best consoles ever made in general.
Texture-wise, it was low textures, but the polys on like the models and everything, you can have like really high poly models, but the textures were kind of low. Like that was the main issue with GameCube.
But still, it's like one of the best consoles that has existed.
I love the GameCube.
Like I feel like that was one of the they discontinued so fast, to be honest.
It's mainly because they had the GameCube and then they got the Wii when that came out. And dear God, freaking who created the Wii? Who thought that was a good idea?
The Wii was good, like the Wii was good for the idea, but then it was like, why?
I mean, it was good of an idea, but eventually they took it too far. It was like, they had the Wii, and then they, you could also put in GameCube discs, and there was actually a little like panel that you could like take off, and there would be GameCube controller inputs. So you can literally plug in a GameCube controller, and you can play GameCube games on your Wii. So at that point, it's like, what's the sense of a GameCube when you could just do it all here? The only thing you couldn't do is use a GBA player at the time, which, they were getting their Wii store in place, so I don't really think it mattered. Yeah, like
and was it around then they released DS too? Like also the DS was released?
Yeah, the DS was released around the Wii. So we had like pretty good on that. And DS, phenomenal idea at the time. Very, very great. I mean, of course we already had the Game Boy Advance and all that other stuff. That was great. But the DS, very good.
The dual screen and everything, that was like this that was a good thing.
That was a definitely good idea.
Like I liked the
DS fat. The very first DS is like,
I don't think I had that.
It didn't look that great. I didn't have it either. I saw pictures and I've actually held one in my hands and I'm like, God, this thing's kind of clunky. And then the DS Lite came out. I'm like, this is much better. This is way better.
Yeah. I had a bigger DS, I had a DS. I had an XL, a Nintendo DS XL. I had
a DS XL, like an actual DS XL. I think that was a thing. I think it was just DS Lite. Like DS Fat, DS Lite, and then you had
I think the XL was like was really big compared to the usual DS.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying I don't think we had that. I don't think we had a DS XL, like a normal DS XL, just DS Lite. That was it.
Yeah,
and we moved on to DSi later.
And then you had the 3DS in like, then Wii U came. The Wii U, the worst console that's like they had ever got an idea to make. Like,
it's not really that the Wii U was bad. It was the middle ground between a Wii and a Switch. Like it was right there in the middle ground because literally that's what it was. It was a Wii, but with a portable tablet to simulate what the Switch is now, to have a portable aspect to the gaming deal. Because obviously their main pitch was, oh hey, if you were playing on the living room TV, for example, you can, you know, basically you have it right there, you're playing it, and then it's like, oh, your family comes in, they want to watch TV, switch over to the tablet, and now you're playing on the tablet.
But wasn't it
So
also,
that
it
was
had a
their
fucking really short range from the console, like.
very short range. It was like god awful, like that, because it wasn't truly portable at that rate. People thought, oh hey, we're getting a really portable thing. It's like, no, you're not. Now I got the Switch, and it's completely portable, and
Because
it's like,
yeah, that what they should have done from the beginning was like, they should have, that was the Wii U should have been. It's like, you have the screen, of course, with batteries, and then when you, like you said, like the family comes in when I watch TV or maybe a movie or something, and you're like, I'm not feeling like doing that, I'm gonna continue to play. You just switch over, and it runs on internal batteries. Doesn't have to be near the console itself.
It does actually run on internal battery. That's the thing.
Well,
It's just that you needed the console to stream to it, like to the tablet, but it didn't have a very good range. So,
yeah.
I mean, it did actually have a battery. You had to charge the tablet itself as well. So, it's kind of.
Yeah.
But,
The idea was good at the time, I think. So because it was like, but then I think that's so good about the Switch though is that it's technically the first hybrid.
I mean, it is. I mean, you have an actual console handheld. I mean, that's one thing that I do like. The reason why I bought the original Switch was because yeah, I can dock it, play it as a console, and then whenever I'm going somewhere or I don't know, walk into another room, like, I'll just take it out and I'm playing it like a handheld. All great. Then they come out with the Switch Lite and it disappoints the hell out of me because it's just like, yeah, now it's a handheld only. You didn't just make a smaller version, you made a completely portable version that ruins the idea of the name Switch. It's because you switch modes. You can't do that on a Lite. It's literally just.
Yeah, but I think it was that most people thought that the Switch itself is like, oh, it's like it is so dumb that you do that. Like, I don't get.
I mean, it's even worse because at the same time, like the Switch is known to have drift on the Joy Cons. That's just a thing that happens. Like they'll get drift every now and then to where, if no one knows what drift is, it's basically where if you get like some type of like crumbs or crust in between the analog sticks. So basically, eventually your controllers will just like start leaning forward or whatever on their own. They'll start looking around their own. You won't have to touch anything. They'll just start moving on their own or like get stuck in a certain position to do that. So say, for example, the normal Switch, you can literally take off the Joy-Cons and they don't work anymore, put them away, sell them, do whatever the hell you're going to do with them, buy new Joy-Cons. There you go. You're good to go all over again. They're completely separate from the system. The Lite, it's built in. So if you get drift on that, you're kind of fucked. You can't do anything about it. You have to get a whole new Switch Lite.
Yeah. That's
Instead
dumb.
of paying like what, $30 to $60 for new Joy-Cons. You have
Probably 60 because fucking a new controller in general is fucking expensive.
Yeah, instead of like paying that much, you have to pay a full $200 for a completely new device with a Switch Lite. And again, it doesn't dock. Which for me, I was thinking, oh, because of the way it's made, you can't technically put it in the dock because the analog sticks are blocking it. So just get like a whatever it's called, the HDMI to USB-C thing. Like, yeah, do that. Plug it in. No, can't do that. It has no hardware to output to TV. So it's completely useless in that sense.
They should make a new version of the Lite and be like, it has like, it doesn't, it can be docked if you want to, like.
For sure they would just call that the Nintendo Switch Lite Duo.
And you're like, if you think Xbox has terrible name ideas,
I mean, and honestly, it's just to me, this is how I see it. Like, it's a way a bunch of people are doing it, and I see is perfectly fine. Is they have their normal Switch to play at home, and they buy the portable Switch to take out because again, it's smaller. I don't know if it has a better battery or not. I'm not really sure on that. I don't think it does. But regardless, it's just like you have that little tiny one instead of like the full big one and everything. You can literally just take off with it and go play it. That
Yeah.
sounds fine. Like you can have that for portable use and have the
Yeah,
normal
I
Switch for
didn't.
the home.
Now when I
That's
have
weird.
a TV, by the way, I really want a big Switch because I want to have the chance to use the TV for it. But yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
that.
the thing with me. I mean,
Before I
if you
didn't
don't
really care if I
prefer
got the light or not.
money, then yeah. It was the same for me until I learned about it. Like once I learned that you can't output it to TV, I'm a content creator. I would love to stream Breath of the Wild, which I'll get back to pretty soon at some point. I'm just finishing other games, but like I would love to stream games like that and a bunch of other ones, but I can't do it if I can't output to a TV. Now I can because I got the original, so good to go.
Yeah.
I say original, but it's technically not the original because the original 1.0 of the Switch had a lot of issues, so they made a 2.0 version of it that it's just like secondary send off like in the factory. I don't know, it just basically improved the little bits, made the Joy Cons a little bit better, made it where they slide in, don't break, and all this other crap.
Yeah.
Tiny things to make it better. Regardless, yeah, Nintendo has had a great run. They've had their issues. Wii U, the hell were you thinking? You know what's even funnier? The Wii had a Wii Mini, and I thought that was hilarious because no one ever got it. I don't think anyone really cared.
I don't think even no one knew about it
No
either.
one even knew about the Wii U either. I mean, that was the other thing about Wii U. It was so badly marketed that people thought it was just an expansion to the Wii. They thought the Wii U was just like, oh, a little like plug-in thing. You plug into your Wii, you're good to go. And it's just like, no,
No.
that's how that works. Yeah, it's a completely new console.
Yeah.
So it's just like not right.
But it was like the back also when PlayStation made the two handhelds. They did the PSP, worked fine. Then they released the
PSP is
PS.
a godsend. Like
Yeah.
I love the PSP. I still play mine like every now and then. It's sitting there right now because I
And then
have
you
the
have the
Switch
PS
taking over my
Vita.
life.
No
The
one.
Vita is the thing in America, and I guess for you too. The Vita died really quick. It didn't really gain a lot of attraction,
I don't.
and
Do you know
it's been
what the thing was like? It was like no one even thought about the Vita. It was like it didn't
yeah.
exist.
I kind of wanted it because it was touchscreen, and the thing I really wanted out of it was that a remote played with PS4.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted out of it because you could remote play the first Destiny to it, and it would work perfectly fine. Like you can play like that. Like that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Which now they're thinking of making remote play work on the Switch, and I'm like, ooh, that'd be awesome. That was a literal question Sony proposed, and I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool.
But then they just like they it got discontinued like really quick.
It's like which is funny because as I was saying here in America, and since you're mentioning it, it's for you that way for you too. The thing is, in Japan, it made a huge impact. It is a very big thing in Japan because they have like tons of different colored models and everything. They have a ton of Japanese exclusive games there, like a bunch of crap, and it's great, like over there. But here, it was just nothing.
Yeah.
So
I think
PlayStation's realm and the portable, I think they only had like a one-off thing, which was
I mean I think the Vita would have worked if they actually fucking told anyone
if
they
they marketed it correctly and
Virgin Forward actually marketed it because I didn't even
games.
and I'm gonna say this I didn't even know it existed until I got like a PlayStation 3.
Well, that's what around.
Yeah, but it was before or after it had been released. I noticed it existed like at least a year
It came out
after.
like way later. You know, the Vita came out like way later than PS3 because PS3 and PSP is the right time when it came out. Like those are around the same time frame. PS4 and PS Vita is around that time frame. But at the same time, they also made a PS TV, which was literally a PS Vita in console form. And it was just like a small little box plug in the TV and it plays Vita games. Just none that were touchscreen because it doesn't have touchscreen.
And you play with like a PlayStation controller or something?
Yeah, you play with like a PlayStation 3 controller.
I mean, not that I'm
Which is weird.
that wasn't a dumb idea though. That sounds like
It
a
wasn't a
good
dumb idea. It sounds pretty nice. I mean, you can play them on the big screen.
yeah.
Though I think it was all
And I
digital. You couldn't
think
do
that would be like a good thing for like streamers, like
Yeah.
especially if you have cam or something, because it wouldn't. Because if you think about it, if you have a cam, like if you stream with a cam, you don't want to look down on a screen the whole stream. That doesn't look.
That's the other thing. I mean, you can't really do that on the PS Vita. They can't just record that. The other thing you can record, I mean, unless you modify it, you can mod it to do that. Like, for example, that's how the PSP works in a lot of ways. People custom firmware the hell out of those, and they'll have the screen share over to the computer, and you just screen record your computer.
Yeah.
And I did that for a while. That's how, like, my biggest video, literally my biggest video, is me just showing off a bunch of PSP games. Like, just a bunch of different games that people liked, and I put all the links in the description for them.
Yeah.
And it is my largest viewed video on this channel.
And my largest viewed video is a fucking FIFA video. I'm still so fucking confused. Like no other game that I have played like have gotten some attention. Like, I play like famous games, no one sees them. Then I play some fucking I put up a clip on some fucking random thing I did. It's like 600 views. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Alright.
But this has always been a thing about me. It's like I don't care about the views. I just think it's fun and stuff like that.
I mean, the only time I really care for is when it gets a little bit high. Like, I don't care if it's low. I mean, I really don't care. But when it gets into the higher areas, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Because like some streams, I've got to like 100 views, or like when me and Evil streamed Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops, the very first stream, we got 200 views in stream. Like, not afterwards, but as we streamed, we got 200 views. And
that's not bad.
That is amazing. I'm like, not that many people were chatting, but when I checked YouTube later, it said 200 views. I'm like, damn, like that is awesome.
Like, I'm
we
like
didn't get that luck on the part 2, but I don't care. It was a nice way to go on the first part.
Yeah, but that's like the thing, like some stuff like that.
To go back console-wise, we just talked about a Nintendo, then we talked portable PlayStation. As I was saying with the PS3, the thing that I didn't like about it was that it reversed controls for me. Like, again, I started with the 360, but I didn't play FPS games. I played like other stuff. Like, I was a big Sonic fan at the time, so I played Sonic 06, and dear God, I had no idea how bad that was gonna be. I mean, at the time, I thought it was perfectly fine. I play it now, and I'm like, God, this game is broken all to hell. But regardless, I played that at the time, and then my brother just decides he wants to introduce, or no, basically, he wanted me to play Halo 3 with him. Just like, he's like, hey, play this one mission with me, and then I'll let you have the Xbox for the rest of the day. You can play Sonic or whatever for the rest of the day. Like, okay, sounds fun to me. I play that one mission, and after that, I'm like, yeah, can we just keep playing this? I don't want to play Sonic right now. I'm like, yep. Just restart from the beginning of the game and play through Halo 3. And then I bought Halo 1 later because I didn't have a 360 at the time. I had the OG Xbox. So
and that was
I bought Halo 1 and played through it. Like, me and my dad played through that. And a Halo 2, same thing, me and my dad. And then we bought the 360 a year or two later. Me and him played through Halo 3. Just like, I got him addicted, which is funny because I just like tell him like, oh, hey, you want to play this? He's like, I don't know. I got him addicted to playing it. Like, yeah.
Have you basically played all the games, or is it just up to like 3 or?
Halo, yeah, I played all the Halos.
Yeah, but your dad, did he play all the Halos yet?
I don't know if he's played 4. I'm not really too sure yet. He's played Reach. He says he has. I've mentioned it to him, and he said, yeah, he's played it before. I'm like, all right. I know he's played ODST. I don't know about 4 entirely. I know, yeah, we played 4. I remember because somehow he killed himself and got an achievement for it. And I'm like, how the hell did you do that? That was hilarious.
That's like the best achievement is when you get something for killing yourself.
Yeah, he killed himself and then he got an achievement, and we we laugh about it all the time about how that happens. He's not played Halo 5 yet because it's not split screen co-op. So the only way we can play it together is somehow connecting like with another console. So he hasn't played Halo 5 yet.
That's dumb though that they don't have split
Yeah, they
screen on
took
the.
out they took out split screen and it pissed us both off because we thought we were getting it. We tried and it's like, nope, it's not split screen. It's like, well, all right then. And he watched me play for a little bit and then he's like, yeah, okay, I'm tired. I'm gonna go. I'm like, all right. And I played through the rest of it.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of upsetting because it's like the Halo games that I've grown up with were playing with him, and then this new game that came out 2015 could not play it with him because they wouldn't let it anymore.
Yeah, and that
Pissed me off.
that's like pisses me off too. It's like they take away the split screen in general. Like,
I mean, that's the thing. They're taking that away everywhere, and it's just really upsetting me because at the same time, I know people play online. I know households can have like two consoles and they'll play with each other that way, but nothing beats a classic couch co-op experience of just
yeah,
having someone in the family playing together, or say husband and wife or whatever, them two playing together, or any of the, that, all that kind of stuff, playing together like that. It's just like, can't really do that much anymore.
nope.
They won't let you.
And we sit here and that's the thing. We sit here complain about it, but in reality, that's the issue. It is our own fault that they are taking it away because more and more people play online, and
I'm like
that
one of the only people I feel like around here that will play split screen, or who would prefer to play split screen with people than online. I mean, I love to play online with people, but just none beats a split screen experience for me
no, and then it's also like
because I was
it's
growing up
more
on it.
like also the fun of it, like messing around with people more.
And plus, you could also do split screen online. So literally, we can have me and someone else, or on Halo 3, you could have three people on the same console, or even four, but we only got up to three because that's all we had at the time. So three people, and it was just fun to do. It was
Black
broken
Ops
as hell
3
because
had
the
it
bottom
too.
screen player. It was funny because the bottom screen player had the full screen on the bottom,
Yeah,
and
I know.
then there were two tiny screens on the top because it was three player. And I'm like, it's like, well, you guys get this. We would always fight over who got that first player controller,
Yeah.
and then the other two would just have to suck it up.
But that was like also that was one of the good things about like Black Ops 3. I enjoyed that with like Black Ops 3, like you could play with because I think I played with my sister a few times on the
Mm,
same PlayStation.
yeah,
I'm a PS3 starting.
I just don't understand why some people are limiting like split screen. I mean, it's bad enough Modern Warfare has no split screen whatsoever. You can sign in two controllers at once, but you or two players at once. It will show up, hey, two players. Nothing works split screen wise though. You just can't. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know if the game requires you to be online at all times, but I just know that if you try to go and play like a split screen game, they won't let you. All you could do is online or a local game, which is the system link. Uh, it's not split screen. I don't
I
know why.
can play a game on my phone while I'm watching your podcast or watching you on YouTube.
Okay,
Top left corner.
but there's that. But as I was saying before, like the whole experience with PS3, it's flipped. So at the time, it was flipped to where R1 and L1 were the
Yeah, I
main
know.
buttons to shoot.
That was
Like
what I
R1
used a
was to
lot.
shoot, L1 was to throw a grenade. Like I at the time I didn't mess with default controls. I just kept it default, and it pissed me off. They're like, oh, that's the controls, and now L2 was and R2 were the grenades. It's like that is the worst control scheme ever. And whenever I had to go over to someone else's house, like in the family, it was basically we had the Xbox over here, and then like our neighbors had the PS3, and we would go over to the neighbor's house and play with them at times. And that's how I figured out about that. I'm like, wait, why are the controls backwards? Like, what do you mean? That's how it's always been. I'm like, no, no, it hasn't. They're just like talking like that's normal for them. I'm like, no. No, it didn't. Thankfully, they switched it back because that pissed me off. I don't understand why would you have that as a default control scheme to switch it. Just broke the entire atmosphere of it.
Yeah, but I missed something. My brain just stopped listening.
Probably because you're playing the game.
No, I was just like watching a Discord chat and was like, what is happening?
I'm just talking about how I hated it. And to like bring back like the original topic of this of like the console war thing, it just everyone lately is going nuts about of the whole PS5 is going to be better because the Xbox Series, or no one really is saying Xbox Series is going to be better. Like there are those that are saying that because to me I feel like it's obvious that it will be because of like different deals that's going on with it. But sure, PS5 I feel like it still do pretty damn good at it. But just every Sony like super fanboy is just annoying as absolute hell.
Yeah, but
They annoy
here's
the
the
living
thing,
hell
like,
out of me because they just keep going on and on about it, and they trash the hell out of everyone who disagrees with them. It's just like, oh, this is better and everything. If you like Xbox, you're a pile of shit. They literally say that. I'm like, dude, come on. You can like your console without having to insult everyone.
nah, it's funny to
No one's
insult
gonna kill
everyone.
you. I'm saying it's stupid. I mean, why go on about that? Why be a piece of trash telling others that they're pieces of trash?
Because it's fun
You're
calling
being who
people
you're
a piece of
telling.
trash.
I don't know. They're just annoying. Whatever the hell that guy's name is, J Gamer TM or whatever. I don't know what his name is, but like that one guy who's just like a constant freaking Sony fanboy or whatever on Twitter. Just a, I don't know if that's his name. I don't know if it is J Gamer TM, but it's something, and it's just an yeah. That guy's
I am.
Jesus Christ.
For me, it's like I'm gonna get the PlayStation 5 before the Xbox always because I have always been a fan of PlayStation. Like it's always been my.
Well, that makes sense. Besides, when it comes down to this, like the Xbox Series X, I mean, their main goal is to have Xbox be a universal like system. So basically, you don't have to buy the new system to play the games, but you do need the new system to have the best overall performance
So
and
the
gameplay.
so you don't really need to buy the new Series X.
Well, that's the thing. The Series X isn't actually a one console. It is actually a series of consoles. It's just like it's like the title thing for it. I don't know, but regardless,
So
it's just the new one.
so basically, you're
Like
gonna get the one with like the first one is like the X or is the first version, and then you like, and then they're gonna upgrade from that, and instead of and they don't gonna upgrade that much of
I feel
like
like it's gonna take a while before they upgrade from that because I mean, if you look, for example, Xbox One, when did that come out? Like, Xbox One PS4 is like 2014,
don't know. No
2013,
one
something like that.
knows when that
It's
came
somewhere
out.
around there, but it was like many years between that and now, which of course we had the upgrades like PS4 Pro, Xbox One S, Xbox One X, and now we have the PS5 and Xbox Series X. So regardless, it's just the point to say that with Xbox, you don't need to get the new one to play the games, but to play them much better and everything else, then yeah, get the new one.
And
I feel like they may have exclusive ones for it, but I don't really know. I don't think they are. I don't think they said they're going to, but I
so
don't know.
you can still have a normal Xbox X or an Xbox
An
One.
Xbox One X or the original Xbox One, like I do, then yeah, you I guess. But yeah, you should still be able to play the new ones, but you're just
Oh,
not going to play it as good. So, for example, the new one, they wanted to get up to 8K, and they're wanting to have like 120 FPS solid all the time, or like maybe a bit above that. But they're wanting like really good performance levels and very fast loading times because of the SSD inside of it. So that's the point to say like, hey, you get all this, you have a very good gaming experience if you
so
buy
it's
that.
basically a compute. They're gonna start making computers now out of the consoles.
I mean, that's what it was to begin with, but in this case, they're wanting it to be more like a computer.
Yeah.
So Yeah.
But it's probably because they started to like convert, like a lot of games is starting to become more and more crossplay.
I mean, there's that, but also it's that they're wanting whatever they're wanting to increase the actual way the games are, like better fidelity and all this other stuff. They're wanting it to be a lot better, so they kind of need to raise the stakes a bit. Which I mean, really, with the systems that Xbox is coming out with, they have a lot more better chances for that. I mean, soon enough in the future, you could just play Xbox games on your computer, or from downloading wise, or play it on your phone through the streaming service. I'm already playing Xbox games through my phone. I mean, it's I don't know. And then PS5, I don't know what the hell they're planning, but
They backplay compatible. At least that was they said.
I mean, that is what they said, but at the same time, that's old. I mean, they're kind of late into the game on that one.
Yeah,
Because
but
again, Xbox did it already.
yeah, but here comes the question: is it gonna be up to PlayStation 4, or is it gonna be like PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 only? Like, is PlayStation 4 still gonna be?
Well, I mean, they said that PlayStation 4 is an absolute thing that the PlayStation 5 will be able to play.
Okay, so that's good. That's a big important thing also. Like,
no matter what. But 1, 2, and 3 is where it's like they're not too sure how good they're going to be able to get all those, but they're going to try anyway. And if they're trying to do it all hardware wise, then obviously that's going to fail immediately. But software wise, emulation, they can do it. It's not hard. They have all the supplies for it. They can do it. They just might not. Like I said, that's how the Xbox One works. It's all software and emulation wise, because before it couldn't do backwards compatibility at all, and then they brought it in, and you didn't need to upgrade your Xbox or anything. It just, oh hey, here's an update. Good for you. You can now play 360 and original Xbox games on it now.
so if I get a normal Xbox game, I can put that into the disk drive, or is it only
Certain ones? Only certain ones. It just depends on what's compatible in their library. So basically, if you go to the backwards compatibility like area in the store, you can see the digital ones. You can either buy from there, or if you have a physical copy of it, you can put that in and it'll work.
So as long as it has the, say like a random game, like an old NHL game on the store, I can, if I have the disc for it instead, I can use that. But if they don't have the specific game, I can't use the disc either. It's only for games that...
Yeah, it's only the games that they support, and it's not really on Microsoft. That's on the developers and licensing.
Yeah.
So they need to relicense the games, or they need to do something with it, and like that's all on the developer side. That's what they can do. Microsoft can't actually do anything about it.
Yeah.
So what's going on there, Dill? But there's still some pretty good ones. I mean, for example, Battlefront 2, the classic one, it works through disc. You can really put that in.
I need to buy that one on the Xbox.
I mean, it's definitely granted because you have.
By the way, does it have the online? Can you play online on that though?
No. The original servers, Xbox Live wise, is just completely dead.
Oh.
So nothing can be done about that. Because it tries to connect through servers that don't exist.
Yeah. So. Well, the Xbox, or they reopened the Battlefront 2 servers on PC at least.
Yeah, but
and then
much easier to do it on there. It's just like changing little areas to do that, but they can't do that through on the Xbox deal because it connects through an Xbox Live service that can't exist anymore, and they can't really change it either. So nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, kind of sad though.
Yeah,
but
regardless, it's fun.
No way, the 16th. God fucking damn it!
I mean, I even have Psychonauts on there. Like, I can even put in Psychonauts or Destroy All Humans. That's on there.
But like, it's 7 days left until Battlefront 2, or the first Battlefront is released on the Game Pass or the Gold.
Right.
I was like, wait, it's fucking too far left.
Yeah, 16. It's always the first day of the month or the 16th day of the month is the goal, like changing days.
Yeah, it's for the first 2 games. Is it always 4 games each month that you get? Like you get 2 in the beginning of the
3 games.
It's for this month. It's 3 Xbox One and 1 Classic. It seems like.
Yeah, it's a little random. I'm not really sure how it works anymore. I used to, but now I don't.
You used to know. You used to know the path.
I don't know, but
Yeah. See, does the Xbox Beta or does the Xbox app have the store?
Yeah, it does. You can go into the store on the Xbox app.
Where is the store? Welcome, Microsoft Store. God fucking, can they stop being? They sound so narcissistic. Like, hey, do you want to go to our store? Guys, Microsoft Store. Like, okay.
Yeah. I don't know, but plenty to go from there. I mean, I don't know how PS5 is going to do
Snake.
it. But who knows?
Are they gonna add Snake to? There's a Snake game coming out on apparently
What?
on Xbox.
Well, I know, but I mean, like coming soon, or what are you looking at?
It says 2020, so I don't know.
No, but I mean, like, what category are you looking at?
Release date, games.
Well, game's release date, then it's already there. What's Snake game on about?
I don't know. That kind of like, but where do I find them? This app is bad. Where do I find them?
I mean, I feel like it's fine. Not too much of an issue.
But where do I find them?
But what? What are you trying to look for right now?
This is the Game Pass. Where do I find genres? Yeah, I can't speak. I don't find that in the app.
I don't think it is in the app.
God fucking damn it.
You can just search for the games themselves, but
Well, I want to know because I wanted to see which games is on the console that you can buy. The band.
yeah, hold
on. I went if I go to the store on the phone, it should work. Yeah.
Yeah, it's better just to use the website version of that one. It's just there.
Yeah.
So you just go there. It's like a giant list.
Okay, sales and sprint. No, I don't want to go to sales. I want to know what. You're an Xbox game, but I already.
Indiana Jones game.
Which game?
Emperor's Tomb.
You said again?
Huh?
You said the Emperor's Tomb, or what?
Yeah, Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. Like,
Huh. I think I have the Indiana Jones and the Machine of something. I think.
Yes, there's 607 total backwards compatible games. Like all of them, 360 and original. And now, if you actually had an Xbox One X, you can enhance it. So, say the 360 games that run in what, I guess just 1080. Like you can upgrade it up to have 4K, or upscale them to have it in that, or upscale it to be in 60 frames. I think.
Yeah.
Just having an X is always a good thing. There's a lot of benefits to it. I do want to get one at some point, but really in the matter, I'm just like sitting like, I don't really think I need to buy an X when I can just wait for the Series X. Like, I'm not really in a rush to buy an X.
You're not in a rush to buy anything, to be honest.
Really, I'm not. Because yeah. I mean, I am in a rush to buy some things, but small things, like things I'm just like, do I really want to grab this or not? Because it's like, I feel like I'm always on a timetable where I just need to go and buy it and go for it or not. So I don't know. I mean, it's either buy it or wait.
Mm-hmm. Is it Xbox One X Enhanced that you should go on if you wanna check the store for specifically old games?
No, those could be anything. What are you in the actual store or
I'm on the
app, or?
Microsoft Store on the.
Like, did you go through the link I gave you, or did you? Or
Wait,
you go
did
through
you
the
give
app?
me a link? I'm on the.
Yeah, I sent
I
you the
have
link
like
for
two.
the entire backwards, the backward compatibility
Ooh.
list, and you could switch between original Xbox 360 or the ones that are enhanced.
I wonder if it's the same one in Europe though. That's my question.
Should be the same, but I'd say you could just go through original or whatever.
Unless they're like comes and does like what PS4 once did, and like, oh hey, do you want this game? But hey, we're not gonna give you the game. But fuck you.
I mean, I don't
Like,
know how many. I'm pretty sure all of these that are on the list can be bought through the store. So you can buy them through the store, or you can have like an actual disc version and pop it out. So say a game that costs like $10 on here can cost you like $5 in a retro store. Get the $5 version. There you go. You got it for cheaper. And it still works.
yeah.
I went to a retro store recently, or not recently, but like a little while ago, maybe last year sometime, and I bought like Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, and I'm like, because I was like looking through the list, I'm like, huh, what are compatible games? And I'm like, oh, this one is.
I have Sands of
I'm like,
Time
all
on
right, I'll buy it.
PS3.
And I'm like, I'll buy that. It's the original one, not the new one, but yeah, like the newest shit for it's like the original version. So like I grabbed that and I put in the Xbox like.
I can fucking stream Final Fantasy 13 on Xbox.
What,
yes! That fucking made my day.
You know the entire, like I said, on Game Pass, like the E3, not E3, the Gamescom X, I don't know what that was called. The what was that called? Not the Game Awards, the one before that was like.
And I can get Modern Warfare 2.
You can. Yeah.
I get the original.
These are on there.
I can get like the fucking the one on the original Xbox 2. Ooh.
The original Modern Warfare.
Now I wanna just go to the store. I'm gonna turn. I don't know where my Xbox controller is. I'm sad.
You just want to go to the store and start buying some of these, don't you?
No, I'm gonna check stuff first. Which, wait, is this the right controller? Nope, this is the wrong controller.
What? I mean, if there are any fun games like originally that are co-op or some multiplayer,
Modern Warfare,
and they're not too much money, I might be able to share over some money.
I mean, you could gladly buy me a.
You can actually.
I mean,
sure you can actually gift on Xbox. I don't know if it works with original games, and if they do, then I could just straight up gift it to you.
If you want, I mean, it depends if you find anything. It depends what.
It depends on.
Ooh, Star Wars. Wait, is both this Old Republic games on the console, or is it only the second one?
I think it's 1 and 2 are both on there.
Ooh, then I want to get that one. I need to get the first one. I have the second one on PC, but I can't play it because apparently my PC can't fucking run the first game by some reason.
It absolutely should be able to because it's not that complex of a game.
Yeah, that's so fucking weird.
It would be as if you added mods that would enhance it, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to buy the first one and then enhance it.
Now you have the first one because I have it on Steam. Or do you still have my Steam library?
I don't think I do anymore. But what's even worse is like when I went to like this retro store, I thought I was buying the first one. I was like, oh hey, it's the Old Republic. No.
But it's the online game?
Yep, I bought the online game that no longer exists. I mean, it was kind of cheap anyway. It was really cheap. It was like a few dollars or something. I'm like, oh, that's not too bad of a deal. and I was gonna go for it, and I didn't read on the back the online membership and everything. I'm like, no.
You got
At
fucked
that point, I
over.
was sitting there.
Do you
I
still
mean, it
have?
wasn't really that
Do you
much money.
do you
It
still
was
have the
barely
disc
anything.
though?
Yeah, I still have it.
That's fucking amazing though. That's kind of amazing.
I still have. I still have it. I didn't give it back in. But basically, I was sitting here thinking like, okay, maybe somebody made like a continuation of it, because some games when they discontinue, people will pick it back up and make like a modified version of it on the, like local servers or something. Like maybe someone did that. Looked it up. No one did. No one's done it. I'm like, well, all right then. I guess
They have the classic one. Wait, so the both of them, the original Old Republic games are on the original Xbox.
Mm-hmm. So you got that. You got Star Wars Republic Commando. That's great. I don't know if Bounty Hunter is on there. I think it is, but I don't know. The Jedi Knight Academy and whatever the other one is, that's on there.
All the Walking Dead stuff is also on the fucking.
Yeah.
I can get bald.
Sure you want bald? I got bald because there's a Games for Gold, and I just got it to get it because when there's a Games for Gold and I have gold, I just straight up download them anyway to collect them. To have like the collection in my library.
Yeah, that's like what you do. You said with fucking PlayStation Plus.
It's just in the library. I never install them. I just have them sitting there in my library.
Doesn't you have to install it though first before it goes to the library on Xbox?
Yeah, you can install it, but you just have to cancel it, I guess.
That's so dumb. It's like, look at this. And so search.
What's up, Kevin?
Yeah, welcome to. We just ran on about me trying to check up if I can get games.
Yeah, this is the podcast, but what he's doing is we started talking about like backwards compatibility, and he started questioning like certain games that were on. I guess because he didn't understand that you could either digitally buy the original games or you could get the disc and put it in. And so basically now he's just looking up older games on Xbox One. So like looking up the 360 compatible or the original Xbox compatible and like, what games would he like to get?
Doesn't seem like you can buy.
I mean, we could still talk about some other stuff, but it's mainly what he's doing.
But yeah, I can't. It doesn't seem like you can buy the games.
You should be able to. Like, if you're looking at the app, then it wouldn't really work that way. But you should be able to buy them. Yeah.
I searched for like Final Fantasy. Tried to search for Final Fantasy 13. It doesn't come up in the search.
I mean, there's some games that might not be digitally viable, but most of them, yeah. So that game might not be able to digitally buy, but you can get the disc. Which really, what you could do is just go on Amazon, buy the disc, have it sent to you, and then there you go, play it that way. As long as you buy the PAL version, because Europe PAL.
I'm not a pal.
Not your buddy, pal. Not your pal, friend. No, not your pal. No, what was it? Not your pal, friend. Not your friend, guy. Not your guy. But I don't know. It's just forget South Park, like Pepper and Pen. What are we on about?
I don't know what you're on about. I think you're the old one here now.
No, I'm saying I was mentioning a South Park joke because I mentioned pal and said not your pal. Like, yeah, I'm not your. Not your friend,
Xbox
pal.
Play Anywhere sounds like the one that where you need to.
The Xbox Play Anywhere is just where you can buy the game digitally on Xbox and you can play that same game on PC for free. Like you don't have to buy it again on PC. That's all Play Anywhere is.
There's 14
So, example,
games that's cross-platform.
Yeah, there's those. But I mean, I was saying.
Wait, Dauntless is.
For example, I bought Gears.
That's interesting.
Like I bought Gears 4 on Xbox, but I can also play the PC version because I bought the digital. But what were you saying?
Apparently, Dauntless is cross-play.
Yeah, it's cross-play.
Not interested in the game. Anyways, and apparently you can play Forza Horizon crossplay.
Probably just between PC and Xbox or something.
Well, because Forza is a Microsoft Forza Horizon 4 and 3.
I mean, 4 I knew because I've played it on PC and runs mostly good on there for me. Anyway, other topic. You want to jump into some random topic that you can think of, other than you constantly browsing through a store? That no.
I don't know anything.
I don't know much either.
This disturbs me. This disturbs me a lot. Most played, and guess who's first?
Fortnite?
Yep. I like that FIFA is on the 3rd place. What the fuck?
I mean, hey, people like their FIFA. Literally, though, that's mainly one of the games that everyone, like a bunch of people I know, just play out of nowhere. Like, oh, I love FIFA. I'm like, it's like a big freaking thing that people love FIFA, and I'm like, I don't personally see it. I don't really see what is it with most actual sports games. I don't see how anyone can like. It's just, yeah, I don't want to say. The last sports game I liked was like NFL Blitz on the Xbox. I don't remember what year it was, but I just know it was like an NFL Blitz because you could actually have like much faster running, and like you would the ball would catch on fire or something. It was like that was fun. I think it's an NHL. I don't know. It was fun.
Oh god, I can get I can get the original Assassin's Creed on it. Yes.
I said sports games. I didn't say racing. And
Ooh, racing. I don't classify it as sport games in that sense.
I don't do it either. I mean, I think of racing as its own
Because
genre.
it's like it's a motorsport, and that's a different thing.
Like I said, it is a sport, but not the same way. I mean, I don't know. There's a bunch of those racing games I do like. I mean, of course, I was a big fan of the Need for Speed games back, and I'm a really big fan of Forza Horizon 4. I really love playing that. It's really fun to play.
Yeah.
That's something that me, you, and Evil should do at some point. We should actually jump in and play that.
Forza Horizon?
Yeah. Because he has an incredible amount of money in the game. And he has plenty of good cars. I mean, he gave me some of his good cars. Like a bunch of Lambos. Plenty of Lambos in the game.
Oh. 11.99 for Final Fantasy 13.
Okay.
That's kind of expensive though, still for. But I mean, it's still like.
Kinda, but I mean, like I said, you can
it's not that.
Disc version.
Yeah, probably.
You might be able to find a cheaper disc version, like on Amazon or something. If you can find a good one that is not damaged or anything, you could probably go grab that, or if you have any retro stores near you, which I think
I don't think we have anymore. I don't think even I think they're gonna even close the GameStop we have.
Yeah. Going off Amazon.
Oh, I wanna just get Left 4 Dead 2 on Xbox just for the fuck of it.
I do have the first Left 4 Dead on Xbox. I don't have 2 on there. I have the first one because I have the disc, or I think I have the disc. No, I may have sold it. I may have sold it because I got Left 4 Dead 2 on the PC, and I'm like, I don't really care for Left 4 Dead 1 on Xbox.
Left 4 Dead 1 isn't that good either. Like, it's a good game when it came out, but when the second one came out, it was like,
the only thing I like better from Left 4 Dead 1 is the main menu music on PC. The Xbox version, or the console version, didn't have that same music, but like I love that version of the music better than the Left 4 Dead 2 version of it. But regardless, mods, yeah, you're definitely going to go for mods over not being able to have mods. So I'm like, screw this. I don't want the console version of this game. Like, I got mods in this game now. It's great.
Can I wait? Now I'm gonna be curious. Can I actually buy this game? Or
oh, check your balance.
Oh no, I'm not gonna buy anything. But can I buy it, or is it like, oh yeah?
Yeah, you can buy it. I mean,
Star Wars KOTOR features Xbox One compare. So all the games that is basically on list you can buy, but you have to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Well, Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah.
No problem.
Is it any Xbox 360 games or original Xbox games that we can play that you have that is co-op that you think that I would like?
The original Xbox games, none of which can be online co-op.
Okay,
Those
but
are all
the 360 one then?
360 wise, there's a few that we probably could. I mean, like I
And
said, old Call of Duties. all of
Modern
those
Warfare
are-
2, I feel like that's unnecessary anyways because we both have that on.
We both have it on Steam. And
Yeah,
it's
and that's
much more
I-
fun. On there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really know.
Mhm.
I'd probably turn on my Xbox, but at the same time, I'm just sitting there like, we're in the middle of something here.
But I did
We're just,
so.
like, debunking it. Yeah, you did, but me, I mean, like, we're debunking the whole thing to do this because it's a podcast and we're
Yeah.
talking as if we're not even worried about it.
Yeah, but that's the thing about it. I feel like this is what we want to do is like just talk on until we feel like not talking anymore. That's how it
It's
always
not really
goes.
a traditional podcast in my mind. I mean, in a way, before it was more of like a newsreel. It was like, we'd talk about stuff that were coming out or like announcements game wise or society wise or whatever. We would just like start talking about. And then it became like we just rant forever. But really, it's not like a podcast in the style of we have specific topics. So we talk about this. We don't have sponsors or anything. We just talk.
Yeah.
We just talk about random stuff.
And even if
and we can literally just talk
here's
on about it.
what I wanna, but I gotta say this
It's more,
for the sake
it's
of it.
more like,
If we would get a sponsor or anything, like if we would, they have to deal with what we are. Because I'm not gonna change like doing a specific thing for a sponsor because I'm so tired of people being like, oh, but we can't say certain things because they are sensitive. Like I have seen people saying like, I don't accept sponsorships unless they like let me do it the way I like it because it's the best way to do it. Like if you have to say like, oh, say you have to say a certain thing about, hey, this thing, and this thing must be, but how you do it is up to you. That's fine. That's like, as long as you get what you're selling is, I don't care how you do it. Like,
again, I've said it myself when it comes to sponsorships. To me, I don't think we need, like, when it comes to sponsorship, it's not really all about the money. We don't have to have money paid, paid sponsorship, whatever like that. Sure, that's great. But if you have it in a sense to where you give us items, like for example, I mentioned it that if say a sponsor was to send us like t-shirts or something, I would turn on the webcam just to rep the t-shirt that they send.
yeah.
I'd do it. I'd be like,
I
oh,
mean,
hey, I got this from them.
Yeah,
Check it
and
out at
that's
their merch.
perfectly fine because I say like, there's like, hey,
Like, I would rep it and I would start talking about like their brand or like, oh hey, go to their merch store, do this, blah blah blah, or they could give us like a discount code to give to people or whatever, like stuff like that.
yeah,
Just do that and give us like the actual merch to rep, and I'm like, I'm good. Or if you're like a place that offers drinks or snacks or something, give us samples to go with and go from there.
yeah. Just give us a life supply of power, right?
Right. I mean, if we talk to G Fuel, it might happen because good God, they go nuts about that.
I'm not gonna do that.
I've never tried it, and I don't think I ever wanted to try it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It feels like I don't want to do a sponsorship either for a company. I'm probably not gonna like say if it's a game company saying, hey, and it's a game I definitely don't want to play. I'm gonna say no because it doesn't matter if the game is gonna be good or not. It's like I'm probably not gonna like it, and I don't want to do something I don't like. I prefer to have something like same with drinks. Like if someone says, hey, if you try this drink and sponsor it, even if I'm gonna be like, I want to test it first and see if it's good enough, and if it's not, I'm not gonna do it because it's not what I do. I want to get skate free.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's a classic game that I don't think I played skate. I don't think so.
The only skate I played is Skate 3. It's the only one I've ever played, and I barely played any of it. The main thing I never played the story of it. All I did was just skate around and break my bones.
Yeah, but that's like the thing about. I think I played some skate game. Actually, I wonder if I played Tom Clancy or Tony Hawk Underground.
Oh man, Underground.
I think that was the one I played.
I actually still have both. I have Underground 1 on Xbox, and I have Underground 2 on GameCube. Both of which I'm like, oh man. The first Underground was pretty great, but it had pretty good moments and everything. 2 was like amazing. Love Underground 2. Then American Pro Skater came out or something. I was like, not that good. I didn't like it too much. I think I sold that one actually, because I didn't really care too much for it. Or no, it's American Wasteland. That's what it was called. Don't know.
Yeah.
American Wasteland.
Maybe.
I didn't really like that one. Pro Skater games, yeah, I did like those.
There was like.
The thing I loved about Underground 2 was you can create your own track, and like you can actually create your own little like whatever skate arena thing, and people would create these like weird ones with like poison traps and fire traps and stuff. They're kind of like, what the hell? Like, it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's what I miss. Why don't people make games like that anymore? You know, if you think about it, we have all these like newer type of stuff people go for, but really, I mean, I know Activision. They've literally said that they're working on IP right now that they're remastering and everything, and I'm like, God, it'd be so great if you just remastered some old Tony Hawk games, man. That'd be great. Like, without ruining the actual classic way to play it, but just give me that.
Is it Tony Hawk EA?
No, it's Neversoft.
Oh.
Yeah, Neversoft did. Well, it was Activision and Neversoft. I don't know if anyone else was involved, but I know it's them two that worked on it.
The skate games or the Tony Hawk's game was like. Oh yeah, it skates. That's
skate
EA.
Games are EA. Yeah, those are EA. Because Skate 3 is actually on EA Access, so if you have it on Xbox, you can play Skate 3.
Yeah, but is that co-op, or like can you play with?
I think
delivering a unique co-op skateboard experience.
Depends if it still works, because a lot of times they do other stuff. Also depends if that's online co-op or split screen co-op. Because online, that's what we'd want. Split screen, no. I mean, it's a great thing to have if you live nearby, but we live in 2 separate countries. That's not gonna happen.
I mean, how hard is it to just take a ticket?
I'm about to say, do you know how expensive it is to take?
Yeah, like,
It already cost $800. Well, about maybe $700 or somewhere in there, maybe $600, somewhere around there, to go from to go to one coast to the other coast of the United States. I live on the East Coast, and to go to the West Coast, it would cost around $600 to $800.
We can get Monopoly.
You're just wanting to end this friendship, don't you? You keep on, like,
no, Monopoly. Like, are you trying to kill this friendship?
Like, what are you doing, man? I don't think he wants to be friends anymore.
Wait, the Xbox 360 had GTA San Andreas 2? What?
Yep. Yeah, 360 at San Andreas. You can always grab that.
That was interesting. I already have the PS4. I have the Xbox. I have San Andreas on the PS4.
Yeah. But I just found that funny. That was a hidden co-op mode in San Andreas, because people didn't really think there was one.
Yeah.
Or anything, and
but
it was just this one area. It was just one.
I think there's two. I think there's two, and one in another city. But it's like
the second one. But I do know one of them that was like in like this back neighborhood or something.
Yeah, it's like in a fucking ruin of houses, and it's like.
Yeah. You just see this little like logo that has like a 2-player thing. You just walk up to it, and there you go. Second player pops in, and like, oh hey, it's co-op now.
Yeah,
very limited co-op, but it was co-op. It's like, that is amazing.
I think if they die, you have to go back though. That was also a thing, if I remember.
Yeah, it was like a full sync. I gotta say though, I mean, that is something they really need to have, like an actual co-op story of GTA. If they're gonna do that with GTA 6.
Do you have
Like,
BO, the first Black Ops on Xbox?
Yep, that'll do.
Does
About that, though,
does it work?
I mean, yeah, it works just fine, but the problem is the DLCs cost the exact same as they did when they came out.
Actually, I
Like
would rather say we
$15
should have got if you have BO2 instead, because I don't like Black Ops 1. I prefer the Black Ops 2 game.
I like Black Ops 1. I think it's great.
I like the story from the first one. Or the second
I love
one.
the story. I love the
Wait,
multiplayer.
the in-app purchases on the Black Ops 2 games is free.
Is it though?
It says so in the additional information.
Yeah, but it says that additional information. Like if you go to the add-ons list, are they actually all say free?
It doesn't say anything for me right now. I go to Nuketown Zombies because I remember that was a map. That's a popular map. I've played that map.
Oh, it's fun. I mean, the thing is, they actually remade that in Black Ops 4, and I was just like, they remade a lot.
Nope, it costs like $3.19.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the annoying thing about Black Ops 4 is that they just kept remaking maps. I mean, granted, I love having remade maps in this sense because we had Blood of the Dead, which was Mob of the Dead, but it was remastered and had new areas tacked on and everything like that. Is actually pretty cool. I do like that. And they did that with the other maps, but it's like you can't just keep remaking maps.
Jesus Christ!
What?
$40 for Black Ops 2. I was like, that's still fucking expensive. Like, yeah, I was like, yeah, I can take it up to 20, but 40, like, what the?
This is the other thing too. My Black Ops 2 disc, which actually I don't have anymore. Actually, no, never mind. I'm about to say I have the digital version of Black Ops 2 now, but I'm pretty sure my Black Ops 2 disc was completely broken all to hell. Pretty sure if I was to put that in the Xbox, it would work just fine because it's just an ID. That's all it does. It just scans the ID and it downloads the digital version, and the disc is just your license.
Oh, I gotta say this. I don't think you want to buy me Black Ops.
Yeah, I don't think I want to because you just mentioned it's a lot of money. And I'm like,
yeah, and do you want to know what the first one is on?
What?
25.
My God. Yeah, you're gonna have to work on that on your own, man.
I was like, oh, we're gonna play. Nope. What about World at War? What is that on?
1/16. I'll pay for the 1/16 if you get the other 15.
See what is World at War on then? I was like, that's 20. Yeah, that's more reasonable. $20.
When it comes to World of War, though, I'd still recommend PC because I played World of War on my laptop, like my very.
Yeah, I think I should be able to run that because I can run Modern Warfare 2, so I should be able to run.
I feel like that's what you should do is like get World of War on PC, and then we can install like actual custom zombies through that, and that would be a fun thing to play through because there's a ton of maps on World of War zombies for customs. Like Black Ops 3 customs is way better because it's more features, but still World of War is a very good thing to play on. So, would recommend it.
But I was like so shocked over the Black Ops price. Like seriously, like $40.
Ops, like I said, you could probably get a way cheaper version on Amazon, like the disc. If you could just buy the disc version.
Probably. But also, can we just point out like the thing about like Call of Duty? They had 2 successful series, and the moment they tried to make a second, like try to do like something newer, it didn't that work. Like Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. Well, Black Ops 4 worked, but that was because it was still under the era of Battle Royale.
Black Ops 4 is still kind of bullshit. I mean, yes, the people love Blackout, and that's fine, I guess, but I never played the multiplayer, so I wouldn't know, like the actual multiplayer mode. I never played that.
Yeah.
And out of Zombies, I thought Zombies was fine. They just kept remaking maps instead of making new ones. And I'm like, if you did back and forth, like make a brand new map, remake. Brand new map, remake. I'd been fine with that. But
or they first released like a lot of remakes.
Remake.
I have
remake. It just kept going remakes. Like, stop that. Like, make a new one, then remake, then another new one, and just keep going in that order.
Hi, and also hi Soul Collector, back on the stream. We are talking about like games because I used got the idea to maybe get like an old Modern Warfare game or like a game, an old game on the Xbox One I have, and we wanna play co-op because like that's the thing about this is the thing about the classic game. Like I gotta say that's the issue with today also. It's like there's so few games with a good co-op. That is like that actually is co-op. Like you have like even the new Modern Warfare game sucks when it comes to co-op.
I'm gonna look through the actual list. I'm gonna look through on the website.
Yeah.
Just 360. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's plenty to go for.
Yeah.
How about the Hitman HD pack, Hitman 1 and 2? Oh boy, man, those are great games. I loved Hitman 2, like the original Hitman 2. I haven't played the new one, and I really want to. I've seen videos of it. Oh my god!
Have you played the first Hitman? The first new one?
I have the entire first one on Xbox. I think I have the entire first one, so I might play some of that soon.
I had the entire first one on PS4.
Okay, so either way, if it doesn't work on Xbox, I can just get on PS4.
No, you can't because the DLCs is region locked.
Hey, Fable 3, that's a classic, and it's co-op.
Which one?
Fable 3.
Oh, I never played Fable.
It is different.
And you don't even need to buy me that one right now because I can download Fable 3, I think. Did they remove that one?
Oh, well, I mean, it's there. It's still on.
It's still on Game Pass, though.
I don't know why, but Splinter Cell Conviction, I loved. I freaking loved Splinter Cell Conviction. It's my favorite one, but mostly because it's the only one I played.
Top of which, I need to finish actually playing Hitman because I started playing it, then I got bored.
Like I said, the only Splinter Cell I've ever played is Conviction, and I love it to death. Like it's funny because
which
the first
game?
time I played it, Splinter Cell Conviction. It's only solo, I think, but regardless, I loved it because I was playing it on a online service, like a cloud game service through an Android thing. I was playing it through that because we were testing it out. Like I was testing out, like, oh, it's a cloud game service, see if it works. It worked. It was for free, but you can only play it for like a tiny bit, like maybe an hour or two, and it would kick you off. Or no, 15 to 30 minutes, I think. Regardless, played it, loved it, and I bought it on 360 because like, hell yeah, love the game. Oh, Marathon Durandal. That's the Bungie. That's one of their first games, Marathon. And Marathon Durandal is co-op. But it's a very old game. Oh, and I think the original Doom 1 and 2 are on Xbox, and it's co-op as well. I would still recommend grabbing the PC ones because those you can do custom stories and everything. Me.
Yeah. What?
Oh, hey, here's another co-op game. Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, because that is co-op on.
And you don't even need to buy it because it exists on the Game Pass.
I already have it. It's not on Game Pass.
Wasn't it Complete Saga?
I don't think Complete Saga's on there. I think I bought it. I think I got it on Games for Gold.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know if I wanna. Do you think they're gonna? Quick question. Do you think they're gonna remake the? Do you think the remaster gonna have an online mode, or not?
Well, Lego Star Wars 3 didn't have one. I don't know about Force Awakens. I didn't play that one.
But the new remaster of the Complete Saga.
The Skywalker Saga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they will.
Are they gonna be?
Because
I think this is in pound. I checked something.
It's showing in pounds.
I think it's fucking that. My store is showing in pounds.
I need to change that.
Why are you showing further forward? No, the issue is not that it's showing in pound. It's why The question is why?
I don't even know, man.
I mean, I get euro because I live in Europe, but pounds? The fuck?
That is kind of funny. Saints Row games are Saints Row 3 and 4, but no, those are different stories. I don't think they put Saints Row 2 co-op on 360. I know it's co-op on PC now.
What is co-op on PC?
Saints Row 2. They made the actual online servers work again, so people can play co-op on it now. Saints Row, so great.
I don't hear what you said because I like got
Saints Row 2.
Ooh, Saints Row. That's a good game. I had the third one, I think.
Yeah, I have 3, 4, and Get Out of Hell.
It's either 3 or 4 I have on PS3.
Yeah, there are co-op games on there. I mean, there's Portal 2, but you can get that on PC.
I already have it on PC.
Yeah, no reason to go nuts on that. Again, I'd love if the Lego Star Wars 3 was co-op, but it's not. I don't know what the hell went through their minds on that one.
And to be honest, I gotta say this: I didn't really like that one, but
it's not online. I mean,
yeah.
Really the problem with it is that it's too short because the Clone Wars series is 6 seasons, which at the time would go up to 5 because they tacked on a 6th one for like Netflix only when it was on Netflix, and now they're tacking on a 7th one because it's being brought back, so they're tacking on a 7th season for Disney Plus only.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, why?
I'm okay with that. I mean, that's probably because I actually have Disney Plus, but you know.
I can't get it until next month.
I mean, at least it's not that far away. I'm pretty sure.
I think it's March.
I think February 20th is when, or in the February 20th or something. That's when, trying to think. I think that is when the new Star Wars starts, or Star Wars Clone Wars starts. I'm not sure about that though. Could be wrong.
Here's the thing: I'm getting disturbed. Do you know what the biggest mistake they did with this? It was starting releasing new stuff on PlayStation Plus or on the Disney Plus before they release it worldwide.
Right.
Because, like,
Also,
say I want to watch The Mandalorian. I don't want to get spoiled. But if I can't watch it without either download it or have Disney Plus, it's gonna be hard because like that's a thing they shouldn't have done. They should have been like, oh, we're gonna release this on Netflix for in Europe and other places that doesn't have it for now until
but I think they're getting tired of licensing out to other platforms. They just want to only keep the license with themselves, which kind of a good move business wise because you're not having to again license out, which would be spending more money, which you know how Disney is. They are tight-lipped with their money. Oh, yeah, another thing, all the Halos except for 2 because they didn't put the classic. I don't know why didn't they? They should have put the original Halo 2 compatible on this, but they don't. But are on backwards compatible, and all the DLC for them are free, which is hilarious. All the Halos, all the classic Halos that are backwards compatible, they're just like, oh, we're gonna make all the DLC free for everyone now. I'm like, oh, cool. So if anyone bought the game, get it for free. Which if you buy MCC or have Game Pass, you get it all free anyway. The only difference is on ODST on the 360, it has a firefight mode that is not in MCC. They didn't add it into it. They might when they revisit the game, but they didn't put it on there. And I'm like, that's upsetting. Because it's a great mode.
Yeah, some stuff has to go in the sadly sometimes.
I mean, Reach got firefight when it got added. Like that firefight mode got added into it. I'm like, okay, can we get ODST when you revisit the game on PC? Because they're going back through and adding them all on PC And when they get to ODST again, I hope they consider adding Firefight on it. That would be great. Because, I mean, to me, I feel like ODSTs were better than Reach, and they came out first. I'm like, I loved it better. Which ODST is my favorite, so.
Yeah.
Still some we got to play around Wednesday or Thursday. Because, yeah, I do want to try to continue on with the games because some of them are kind of hit and miss. Like, for example, you said yourself that you're not entirely into the like you so far. You know, Halo's not really doing much for you. But I mean, it's only the first 3 missions. There's more into the story to get to,
Yeah.
and it's the first Halo game, so gameplay mechanics it gets better over time. Well, until you hit Halo 4, and then it depends on what you feel like.
There's like, what the fuck happened?
Because it went from Halo having its own style to turning into a COD clone.
And you're like,
space COD clone, because that's what everyone hated. I thought Halo 4 mechanics were broken as hell, but I love the graphics, I love the story, I love the narrative, and I love the music of Halo 4. I think it was a pretty good game. Halo 5, I think the graphics look great. The story and narrative are shit. And the multiplayer can be alright. Not the greatest, it's a little unfair. But yeah. I don't know. Regardless, plenty to do. Geometry Wars 3. That's co-op, but it's like...
You said what in a what?
Geometry Wars 3. That is co-op.
The fuck is that?
You ever heard of Geometry Wars?
No, I don't think so. I may.
Geometry Wars is great. I mean, it's just like you're basically obviously you're shooting geometry, like different shapes, everything, and it's just like a survival type of deal, or it has like an objective to it. Like the first game was pure survival, surviving just tons of them to get like the best high score, and then the next game came to like having objectives added into it, and then the third one created like a story mode type of deal, which really it's just playing the objective games and going through different levels and unlocking them. So it was just that, which was fine. It was great, and it introduced a better online co-op because it was actually going through all the levels online co-op was.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Ooh, Army of Two. God, I missed that game. I loved Army of Two. It was a fun game to play.
I mean, if you feel like rebuying it or something, you should do that. And like,
I wonder if they have both Army of Twos. I heavily remember the first Army of Two. There was a second one. I don't think I played that much of though. But I really love that game. And me and my brother played it a lot. Okay.
Wait, Advanced Warfare came out on 360?
Yeah, it came out on 360 and 1.
Okay then.
Hell, Black Ops 3 was on the 360. Just very limited. It didn't come with the campaign, I don't think. I didn't think it came with zombies. I think it literally was just Black Ops 3. And it was just
the dumb multiplayer.
It might have been Zombies 2, but I think it was only the base ones that never had DLCs. I'm not too sure about that. Could be wrong. So basically, it only came with Transit. Or not Transit, freaking Shadows of Evil. Again, could be wrong.
I like that Armech Arena is on the 362.
Yeah. Ooh, Dead Rising is a thing, but that's on Game Pass, I think. I think 3 and 4, or one of them.
Dead Rising I saw. I think it's a single player game only.
I think most of them are single player. I don't know about 2. 3, okay, 3 starts the co-op trend. I think 4 has co-op. But that was fun. Yeah, basically what's happening here. You got the first DLC, Shadows of Evil, Giant, and Council DLC. Oh, okay. But basically what's going on here is that he literally just like went off the rails to just
look at games.
Xbox store. He's looking at the Xbox store for classic 360 games that we can play on the Xbox One together, like me and him.
Yeah, that he probably has and he may buy.
To look around to see too. And at this point, I'm just talking about nostalgia.
Yeah, that's what it becomes down to. Like, if you see games like, oh, this game was so good. Like,
I'm just looking at nostalgia.
I'm just saying we should play Monopoly. I'm
Battlefield
just
Bad
saying.
Company 2. I mean, I never really played Bad Company 2. Battlefield 3, however, I played a ton of. I pre-ordered that and went to the midnight launch of Battlefield 3, which is out of character for me because I didn't really like Battlefield games. But I went to it and
Do you
it had
still
like a
own the
whole.
Battlefield 3?
Yeah, I still have it. But
Then it
I
comes the
mean,
question:
I
how
I
expensive is?
loved
Oh
going there.
no, how expensive is this game? Because
I
we
don't
did
remember.
see. I'm trying to find it. Battlefield 3. I have only played Battlefield 4, Battlefield
I
1.
love the story of it. I mean, I don't know if it's at all co-op. I highly doubt it isn't. But multiplayer wise, it's still there.
Yeah, I know.
But
I was saying for 14.99. That's not
I that
expensive.
that's not too bad. But yeah,
It's not
basically,
like
I went to the
40
midnight launch,
bucks for a fucking game for.
and it was just fun to go to because I went to it and I stood outside for a little while because obviously you have to stand in the line. And then when we get inside, they actually had TV, like actual games to play right there. So basically, you could just walk over to them and start playing a campaign mission. It had two different campaign missions playing on a different one. The first one and like somewhere in the middle on the other one. And I just like started playing on like the first mission playing through, and I'm like, God, this is like really fun. And I had the full game on there, so you could keep playing, but because there were more people online, I beat the first mission. I just set the controller down, like, yeah, I'll wait till I get the full game. I'll let everyone else go and play. But I love that. That was great.
Yeah, I never been.
My first, I think it was my only midnight launch experience. I think because the only game I ever went to midnight launch for was Battlefield 3. Could be wrong, but I think it was the only one ever went to.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. I wanted to go for other midnight launches, but I never got to because like school or something else. And now that I work, I mean I can, but on that days I'm off.
And I mean, you don't sleep anyway, so.
Yeah. uh I was gonna go to the midnight launch for Halo 4, but we ended up just having to go to wherever. No, I did go to another midnight launch. I don't know what it was though. Halo 4 though, I just went and got the game and they didn't give me my pre-order skin. They're supposed to. Do either of us sleep? No. No, we do not.
Wait, what is sleep?
What is that? That's not for food? Uh, yeah, but no, I mean, when it comes to it, I don't really sleep much now. I mean, I stay up till like 6 in the morning most of the time. And sometimes I'll stay up past that. I mean, how today, before I took a nap earlier, uh, or not today, yesterday, before I took a nap, I only had maybe 2 hours of sleep because I went to sleep and I woke up and it was snowing like crazy. Like it was actually snowing a lot outside. I'm like, okay, I'm getting up for this because it's snow and it's something we don't see much here. For the past like few years, we've not had any snow. If we did, it would instantly melt. This one actually stuck to the
Same
ground for a
here.
few
Like,
hours.
you were like, oh, it's snowing. Amazing. And then, like, the day after, it's like gone.
I mean, it was the same for here, but I mean, it's like for a few hours in the day, it was still there. Like it was perfectly there,
Yeah,
and
it was like under the day, and then
then
the
we could.
day, like, when the night came, it was like gone. Because it was like, after the night was gone, it was like, it's like you go to bed, it's like
At least you
disappeared.
get that. At least you get that because I mean, with us, every time we got snow in the past few years, if we did, it would melt instantly. It was just we'd see flurries in the sky, and that's it. It'd just be instantly melted as it touched the ground, and we would never get
Yeah.
any like inches of snow. And today we got maybe like an inch and a half. There's like wet snow, so it would immediately melt. Not even an inch and a half. It's like barely even an inch. But it was fun. I liked it. And baby sis got to see her first snow, and my pup got to see the first snow. That was funny though. Sent her out there like the puppy, and like let her go run around, and she's just like, "The hell is this? Like, what the hell is this stuff?" And just like gets back on the steps, like, "Nah, I don't want to be out here." She thought it was cold. My big dog though, he loves snow. He wanted to stay out there.
I mean, that's kind of interesting. This is like,
Yeah.
That's what's so fun. Because that was like, oh, we had so much. I did remember when you were a kid and it was snowing outside. It's so fucking fun.
There was one time when it like snowed so much that the roads were iced over, so basically we couldn't leave the neighborhood. And I mean, we could. It would just we had to be extremely careful. But regardless, what we did is we literally just got in like hoodies and gloves and other crap, snow boots, whatever, just like getting all that, walked around the neighborhood in the snow. Like, yep, that's how it should be. And also, we saw idiots trying to escape the neighborhood, and they kept like just sliding, going up a hill. And I'm like, you idiots. Even some people with a truck, and I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure that has 4-wheel drive. Just go. At least the one I was looking at, it looked like it definitely had 4-wheel.
SSX.
Mm.
I fucking see SSX and I'm like, I wanna get it, but it's like, God. That's also one of the games that is fucking amazing.
Apparently, around it was like a few years before I was born. We had a blizzard where I live. Like a very bad blizzard, but it was like before I was born, so I didn't get to experience it. Which probably a good thing I didn't.
I have experienced one blizzard in my life. That was 05, I think.
Basically, like blizzard, meaning that it covered the door to where it couldn't actually really get out.
Oh, we were lucky. We had like a roof over our door, so it didn't snow in that much.
I mean, it didn't snow in any, from what I hear. But yeah.
Yeah, but like it didn't block the door. The snow was like outside, but it was like we had a roof that blocked the most of the snow to get in close to the door. It didn't snow, so we weren't snowed in or anything.
Now, if only they had an appropriate Fallout co-op game. But nope, we just have the crap that is 76.
How
Alright, well,
dare you bully Fallout 76? They're so bad.
How dare you bully Fallout 76 for being so bad? Like, yeah, I'm gonna.
Like, hey, I'm gonna bully the bad, okay?
I mean, it's bad enough that people made a mod. Like, there's a mod for Fallout New Vegas to be called. Me and Drew have played it, but it's it's very limited, so you're not gonna do too much in it. But me and never played it before, so it's fun.
Yeah, that's also like, how can a big company like Bethesda fail so hard?
I don't know. Well, the thing with Bethesda is they've been failing like crazy the past few years.
No, they are focusing too much on their Skyrim game.
Either that or their new IP, the whatever it's called, the space one.
Don't know. I've like stopped caring what they're doing. Like, I love Skyrim. That's it. Like, I love the game, but
I don't like Skyrim.
yeah, well, you're not that. You're not that into like medieval stuff.
Down to it. No, I'm not. But the thing is, both of the Skyrim mods are out. There are 2 of them, and both of them are out in like a beta phase or whatever. I still have yet to play with anyone. If I can get to play with some people, I might get into the Skyrim game just to play co-op with some folks.
I mean, if my PC can run it without an issue, I mean, probably not gonna be able to stream it.
If it's the Legendary Edition, then you most likely could run it. If it's the Special Edition, then no.
I have the classic.
Like on PC.
Yeah, PC.
Ooh, Tron Evolution.
Well, I do have Special Edition also on PC, but I'm not downloading that because that's just useless for me.
Another 360 compatible game, Tron Evolution, which love Tron, obviously, gigantic Tron fan. Great game in my opinion. A lot of parkour and crazy disc fights. The thing, of course, though, the multiplayer is dead. The only time it became renewed is when it became Games for Gold, and basically I just streamed the game. People would come in and be like, "Oh, the game looked kind of fun," and they'd be like, "Oh, if only I could have it." It's like, well, you can if you have gold. Download it; it's for free. And people would jump in, stream with me, and start playing multiplayer with me. I got like a full-on multiplayer match just for my stream, and I think maybe a few randoms like playing the game probably joined in, but like people just from my stream came to play, and we had like a full-on lobby playing the multiplayer game, and that was a great time. And And then somebody came in and hosted me for like 50 viewers. I'm like, oh my god. Like 40 or 50 viewers hosted. And I'm like, this is great.
That's so fucking good. Like, so, hey, I want to tell you something funny. So I'm checking the price. It says in pounds. I go down to check the price on like people also like. It is in Swedish crowns. Like, it's in my currency. But when I go to the fucking game to check the price, because it doesn't show the price upon the game, but I need to press see the price, it is in pound. I'm like, why?
Yeah, there's plenty of games on here that would work, but a lot of other games that really won't, because I mean it just they're not really co-op. I mean, there's plenty that are, but some that really aren't. But they're great solos.
Yeah.
That's something you'd probably like Gears of War.
Yeah.
I think you might.
But like, can't I get like all of them on the pass?
Game Pass. Yeah, it's all on there. But again, I would recommend. Well, really, I wouldn't, but at the same time, I would. I mean, the first Gears of War has two different versions. It has the original, and then it has the Ultimate Edition, which is the remastered. So, better graphics, still plays basically the same, maybe a little bit better, but mainly the same. But, yeah. So you can either play it like that or play it the original way, then go into 2, playing it kind of like upgraded a little bit, like gameplay-wise was really upgraded. And then 3, the performance, the gameplay, the graphics, all that was really upgraded. And of course, 4 was insanely because it went from 360 to Xbox One. I mean, Judgment was after 3, but no one played. I never played Judgment.
Huh. Okay.
I've still yet to beat 4 and then get on to playing 5 because that's on PS2. And like I said, the first 3 Dooms, and I think even the 2016 Doom is on Game Pass, or not on Game Pass.
Yeah,
No.
I don't have space at the moment for any new big downloads.
I think the 2016 one is. Oh no, but backwards compatible. The first 3 Dooms, Doom 1, 2, and 3. And I think they're all co-op. Not 3, 1 and 2 are. I think that's co-op over Xbox. Could be wrong. It is on split screen, but I don't know about live. But again, be better to get the PC versions because then you can play those stories and then get the modded ones that are like really good stories, like the ones I've made in my videos. For example, play those co-op. There are a ton of them out there.
I think, I'm not sure, but I think my EA Access has transferred to the Xbox also.
Well, if that's the case, you can get any EA game from that.
That has, yeah, but that shouldn't even be able to. That's what I'm like.
Battlefield 3. Oh, like someone has that? Because I don't have it through Game Pass, or not Game Pass, EA Access. It's just there. Like it just says I could download. I'm like, okay, I'll download it, try to play it. I'm like, oh, good place.
But like, I'm going to like EA Access, like it says like, oh hey, you have this, like you have this service. Like I don't. I have it on PlayStation. These are free memberships.
Halo. Like I was gonna bring this up because I mentioned it to you. Like I mentioned it to you that I was gonna bring it up here later. But yeah, when I mentioned of us not gonna be playing Legendary on Halo 2, there's a good reason why. Why we wouldn't. It is insanely too difficult. This isn't one of those that means it's gonna be incredibly challenging. It's gonna be one of those incredibly frustrating to the point where it's not gonna happen. And make sure you're listening to me because I know you're probably looking at other stuff first. But basically in one of the missions, like in one of the missions though, you will literally die in the first 2 seconds of spawning. And I'm not lying.
So what's the difference from playing Modern Warfare and any other Call of Duty game?
No, I'm saying from spawning in, you can't run away on Legendary Co-op. It's like literally, or just Legendary in general. As soon as you spawn in, you immediately be killed many, many times just from spawning. There's no cover to go to or anything. You're just immediately dead. Plus, all the enemies are basically one punch kill. Whatever, like a bunch of stuff just makes no sense. What else? Oh yeah, and like I said, legendary co-op, for some weird reason, if one person dies, the checkpoint will be reset. As if everyone died.
Oh yeah, you told me that was one of the issues.
Yeah, so it's better to play on heroic and then add skulls, which is what I was gonna do. So basically, it would be as if we were playing Halo 1 Legendary, but in Halo 2, because we'd just do heroic, but then add difficulty skulls, so it would boost the difficulty. So it'd be the same thing, just it won't be the legendary mode. So that's what I think we could do instead. And then the rest of the games can all be legendary. Doesn't matter. Halo 5 legendary is just I don't understand, man. I mean, heroic, I can play heroic solo. There's no problem. Legendary, it's like, what the hell do they do? Everyone dies. The campaign itself sucks, but come on.
But have you checked the time?
Nope. I know it's 4:31. I don't know how long we've been streaming though.
We are about 3 hours in.
See, this is how a podcast goes, my friends. We are 3 hours and 1 minute for me.
I'm not kidding. Like, I checked at like 2:45 last time, but like before that, the last time I checked was 1:30. Like, it was 1 hour and 30 minutes in. I was like, what the fuck happened with time? Where did it go?
We went kind of crazy for it.
And all we did for that 1.5 was basically sit on top of me. About me trying to. I don't remember my fucking password to my EA access.
Oh, who knows?
That's kind of interesting. Oh, oh yeah, thank you for this messed up thing that I can totally see. Yeah, because I can't see what that fucking means.
I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot of games we could do on there, on 36 and everything. At least at the very least to either stream it or just to straight up play it. Either way. Ooh. God, I swear it's my freaking long week this week.
Yeah, I mean you have Wednesday off.
I have Wednesday and Thursday off, but then I go back for 3 days back, or 3 nights, I should say, back to back. So annoying. I just hate having to work weekends. Or just working the 3 days. I keep saying that. It's not days, it's nights really. So 3 nights back to back. Very annoying. Especially when you work a 12-hour shift.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, then you have like, and then you need like 8 hours sleep. It's like straight back to work. 12 hours back home, sleep. Like, that's kind of like, I could get like, if you work 8-hour shifts every day, then you have, the issue with you is like, you don't have free time anymore for that.
Nope. Not.
I get if you work like, say, 2 nights in a row, like, yeah, fine. That's like, that can happen anywhere you work, like, especially if you work like a doctor or anything medicine. That's definitely a work you can get. Like, I would say that if you work in medicine, that's gonna be worse.
Right. Yeah, I mean, when I say 3 nights back to back, obviously I don't mean like I don't go home for 3 days. It's just
Actually, that's the difference between you and medical workers. You at least get home. They can literally have 3 nights in a row without getting home.
Yeah.
And that's so dumb.
I don't know. It's just.
Yeah, I think you're getting
Whatever's better,
sleepy.
I kind of am. I mean, I'm probably still gonna be up for a couple hours, but
Yeah,
regardless.
yeah, I'm sleepy, but I'm probably gonna sit up a few more hours.
Well, at least stay up until 6, maybe.
Like that's like what you do. Like, oh, I'm tired. I should sleep, but nah. Also,
Me, it's
if you
just-
want to tomorrow, or I would gladly want you to join tomorrow when I play, because I'm bored playing myself, but I was planning to play more Modern Warfare. Mostly because the Game Pass is going out, so I would try to. I don't really care about the Game Pass that much, but you know,
well,
I'm gonna get a Black Deagle.
like I said, when it comes down to it, you're most likely gonna want to get just keep getting Game Pass Ultimate in some way, because it's not really. And really with the Game Pass, obviously you get a ton of free games, so that's something on there. But
yeah, but
not bad, but
that's the thing. I don't get it. Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna keep the Game Pass stuff. I mean, I don't really. It's mostly for the games that we're gonna have to that I can get, because I can. In the end, I probably will not buy the stuff anyway. So it's like,
yeah,
and it's gonna be cheaper for me to get only gold.
I mean the thing is with only gold, that's $10 a month, and that's nah, that's $10 a month, and obviously it's just the gold, so you don't get much, and it's $15 a month for Game Pass Ultimate. And obviously, just Game Pass is also $10. So, just $10 just for the games. But then you have to get gold. So
And then you get,
Ultimate.
and if you buy Ultimate Game Pass, then you get both gold, over 100 free games on console and on PC.
Yeah. So I mean, to detail the prices, I mean it's $10 for gold per month, $5 per month for the Game Pass on PC, and $10 per month for Game Pass on console.
So I get the console pass because you get more games on the console at the moment. So
yeah, but regardless, though, that's $10 cheaper per month. If you just grab Ultimate instead of every other one separately.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm getting told to go to sleep now by my chat. And also, I kind of understand why it's like 10:35 for me, 10:40 almost.
4:38 for me.
Yeah. So basically, everything we have our classic outro, you know, telling you to subscribe on our YouTube, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, of course. Everything is in the description. Follow us on Mixer also if you watch from there. Also, you should definitely follow on Mixer because I do Mixer exclusive content, aka stuff that I only do on the Xbox.
Yeah, the only reason why.
Only time you should ever actually consider to follow someone is that, because like otherwise it's gonna be Twitch, and Twitch.
Yeah.
And also, oh yeah, I should mention it just because we're talking about it. We talked about like you talked about like I'm gonna probably, as I told you this already, but like I'm gonna change up my content. Like I'm gonna try to edit stuff more. Like I'm gonna do more like
Recommend for me to go for it,
montage stuff instead of like doing like I normally do now and upload full stuff. But that's gonna only be for multiplayer stuff. Like say I play Modern Warfare with my friends or Rainbow Six Siege, I'm gonna probably most of the times download stuff because I know it's gonna be so fucked up, and the humor is pretty fucked up when I'm with people. When I'm alone, it's kind of hard because I don't talk that much.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I mean, I try to be funny when it's just me, but sometimes it gets flat because I just get super focused and don't talk for like a minute.
Yeah, and that's the issue. Like you and me has that, but Or we play. You know what? You know we should play a really good co-op. You know, No Man's Sky is a really good co-op game. I still fucking love that game. That was the best time we played a co-op game. Like, oh, so we're gonna work together.
I mean, let's play a co-op game when we're in the same game session, but instead of working cooperatively, we both go to separate planets.
And I had to go to his fucking planet because my fucking base computer didn't fucking get to this mission. Stupid game.
This game's worth it.
Like,
I don't know.
but yeah, and also, just say, oh yeah, get on to us or our Discord. His Discord is in his description, of course, and my Discord is in my description. And do I have anything else to plug? I think I have something else to plug. Do I have anything else to plug?
I just put in my command for the Discord server, so there's that on my end.
Yeah, it doesn't. I love how it doesn't come up on YouTube.
Mixer. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. It doesn't come out for YouTube or Mixer for some. Oh no, wait, no, there's YouTube. Does not work for Mixer for some dumb reason.
And I think I have a Discord command myself. I'm gonna check that real quick.
Yeah.
I'm an old man. I don't fucking. Did you read when I told you that? When I fucking forgot my own fucking name. Oh, see, I have a Discord command.
That works. Yeah.
Do I have anything else? Anything? I'm getting old here. I'm being fair now because sometimes we have noticed that we have something we wanna plug but we don't remember. Yeah, and also you have the old, if you want audio versions, it's still not uploaded everything, but I think the first episode is still uploaded on.
Yeah, the first episode's there, but nothing else is at the moment.
And I have told him he should just fucking upload it instead of doing what he wants to do.
Yeah, it's called being more professional with the idea, not just shoving.
When did we become professional?
We're not, but I would like it to be. I would like it to actually be somewhat good, or at least just warm.
Do you know what is good? In professionals. I rather watch an unprofessional person do something they know something about than a person that's professional that barely still doesn't fucking know what they're doing. Even though they say they are professional.
So basically you're saying that I have no idea what the hell I'm doing.
If you're trying to act professional, yes, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You have the knowledge you have. That's it. You don't have to sound professional to do it.
Well, I'm not saying it has to be freaking studio grade or like it has to be just like the top podcasts out there. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying in general that I would like it to be a
I have that TNE command myself. I don't fucking know. I don't know if I added the Castbox command. I don't think I added that myself, but there is a link in my YouTube description. So that is that. Okay, so now I'm gonna think. I like a subscribe. No. Murder him. Oh wait, wrong thing. Not murder. No murder. Like start reading on the wrong list. You know, like murder. Wait, wrong list. You didn't hear anything. Okay, everything is fine.
That's about it.
Yeah.
So, regardless,
I need to find out where my fucking mouse is. There it is. Because
regardless, we have plenty of different collab streams that we're doing at the moment.
I think we have 3 different games at the moment we're playing. That is like.
We still have Zelda Ocarina of Time. That's something.
But that's like a different. That was. I feel like that's because that we're stuck on, so that's on hold.
Yeah, we're stuck on that right now. I mean, I want to continue in that randomized seed, but I still need to figure out what the hell is going on with that one.
Yeah, we also have that. We have, but the 3 games we are at the moment doing, I think it's No Man's Sky. We started with. Gonna continue probably sometime. We have Halo, and we have
Destiny.
Yeah. We are gonna try to start up with like Forza sometime, like try to play that with each other and mess around. I gotta try to make him play Diablo 3 with me because I fucking love that game myself.
Mm.
And he has it on the PS4 because I have it. So
I still want to play. I don't know why, but because we're mentioning a Blizzard game now, I'm like, at some point, just for the hell of it, I want to play some World of Warcraft for the hell of it.
World of Warcraft. I have the discs.
I mean, literally, you don't even need the discs because the starter editions on like the Blizzard app.
No, I literally have every disc, every
Well, I know.
expansion up till now.
I have up until Cataclysm.
Peasant.
Well, yeah, I didn't buy anymore because
I didn't buy them either.
Well, I didn't either. My dad did. But I'm saying because he was a giant WoW fan, like WoW nerd. But I'm saying in general that we don't want to buy the membership anymore. We don't really want to right now. So we just.
In general, I don't want to fucking. I'm never gonna buy the membership because. Oh yeah,
Like
another game we need to get fucking into is Soul Worker. We played once.
Yeah, we need to play more of that. I do agree. Play some more Soul Worker, some other stuff.
We had a plan on something else also that we wanted to do that I think I own on the PS4 that we wanted to do that I don't remember which one. I know we're talking. Oh yeah, we wanted to Stardew Valley.
Oh yeah, that would be kind of fun. There's that.
But that's gonna be more of a gonna be like a time where we're like, oh, kind of tired, something chill.
There's that. What else is the other thing? I'm trying to.
You have so many games.
Else thinking of. Oh yeah, I want to try to test out that Steam Remote Play between us at some point.
Yeah.
Because we need to see if we can replace Parsec. Because there's a bunch of different games that we want to continue to play, especially our playthrough of Battlefront 2 Classic,
and
recorded playthrough.
And we need to continue, and we don't need to continue Rico anymore because I got a key for that. Happy?
Yeah, you do have it on PS4, so we can play on that instead. I might be able to get True to play with me on PC at some point.
Yeah.
Because I've got him to play a little bit of it, and he was okay with it.
But yeah, we wanna. Oh yeah, we definitely have. We have like Star Wars Battlefront 2 to continue on. So that's the thing.
I want to continue that because I was watching the first ever video we did of that, and I was like, God, I miss this.
Yeah, and
this is fun.
That was also. If anyone ever watched our playthroughs of any game, we sound like enemies.
We do. I mean, that's the thing about it. Like, you probably noticed even a few minutes ago when we were talking about like all that profession or whatever crap. Like, when we get in the same room, we could sound like we hated each other or whatever. No, we're good.
I wonder how we would be IRL. Like, say we do a podcast IRL, like we're sitting in the same room. Sound-wise, it would sound like we're gonna kill each other.
And like, yeah, we'll have like knives to each other's throat and be like, yeah, we're cool. Just
like you see the knives, like we're fine. The best thing was when if no one, those who didn't hear it, you should have heard if you're still watching now and just come in. It was when I said earlier when I said we should play Monopoly. I was like, do you wanna end this friendship?
Do you want to end this friendship? Like, I don't know if you want to play Monopoly. He wants to play Monopoly. He wants to play Uno, and I'm like, do you want to be friends anymore? I don't know
I mean, hey, we can just take up, keep talking, nobody explodes.
Yeah, I don't know if we can be friends after that. The last time we tried that.
Jesus Christ, I think that's like the worst time we want to assassinate each other.
Yeah, well, you could probably try another round of Exercise the Demons.
Yeah, that we need to finish. Oh, that's the game we need to finish, by the way.
Yeah, I mean.
But that's just a recording. Or did you stream that?
I streamed that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that was like I watched a little bit. I didn't watch everything, but I watched back and watched a little bit and I was like, this is so fucking weird. It's so dumb.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like the thing is like, I'm going to quickly explain this because we need to end this at some point. But I'll quickly explain of that game is that it's just like Talking Nobody Explodes, where one person gets the manual and can't see the gameplay, while the other person does the gameplay and can't see the manual. So, he had the manual, I was playing the game, and basically I kept describing to him about all this stupid stuff happening. He's like, well, I'm reading the manual, all this other crap. Like, I'm sure now you figured out once you watch. I'm like, dear God, this is terrible.
Like, oh yeah, and that was stage 1, guy. What's stage 2? Like, wait, a second stage? What the fuck? Can we just exercise this guy? How hard is it? I'm telling you, 17 doesn't go through this crap. They just like, oh, some Latin. We have to do like a fucking puzzle, and then read from the fucking book.
Yeah. I mean, in reality, what some I would like to do, if we can get that Steam Remote Playback actually working, what we could do is you take over as the one doing the thing, and I just like turn off my monitor, and I'll just do the manual. Just, like,
yeah,
flip it
but yeah,
from
first
one
we
end.
need to finish the game because I wanna fucking.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot left of the game though, so I don't know. I think it was like 5 or something.
I think it was we got halfway through. But no,
I think we played like 3 episodes of it.
I don't know. There was a lot, and we were sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? And the best thing was he was so more excited about the collectibles than actually completed the mission. He was like, oh, I got a collectible.
You, like, that's actually the guy I exercised. And then afterwards, oh hey, you got this collectible. Like, cool. I go to my collectibles, like, okay, I didn't get any collectibles. I lied to me. Like, oh, they didn't give me this. This guy looked cool. All right. Yeah. Regardless, we'll definitely go back and try to finish that and all the other games. More than likely, Wednesday or Thursday, we'll try to jump into Halo. At least one of those days. The other day, we could do something else.
Yeah, I was thinking like Thursday we can. I want to actually go back to the demon stuff now. More because I watched demons. That sounds like we like because someone was like, she.
At the very least, we could do that on Thursday or something. But
yeah, I was thinking like if we do anything, I'm gonna say like Thursday we're gonna try to finish that. But yeah, we need to go back on Halo because I wanna just get through that so we can go to the next game. Like,
I just want you to experience the different games because it's all different types of gameplay.
Yeah, that I can understand. Like, I mean, if you go, it's same thing. Like, if you go back to like Call of, say you play Modern Warfare 2, and you can see how different it is from the new one. So,
yeah,
like
I said, it's literally the very first game that I'm having to play now, and if we keep going through the games, you realize that it can get better throughout until you get 4 or 5,
oh yeah,
and then people will start hating.
So people know. I'm just gonna say this also because of maybe doing Mixer exclusive only on Xbox. Yeah, you're gonna have to see everything from on Mixer if you wanna watch my side. Oh, get over to Mixer. You can't.
Yeah, if you can watch the live version of that only on there. And yeah.
Otherwise, he's probably
actual archive of our first episode.
It's on Twitch. It's on Twitch though, but yeah, it's muted though. Also, the muted audio.
Well, regardless,
fuck that music. God fucking damn it.
Well, there's that, but then the other thing that's wrong with it is the fact that my voice wasn't in it. Because the Twitch thing didn't pick up my voice.
Did you check that or not?
Well, like I said, the thing that happens is that now with the Mixer broadcast, it just requests the party chat audio and it'll output it to the stream. That's how it can hear us now, beforehand when you do Mixer. But on that, we used Twitch at first, and the only thing it could do was if you outputted the actual party chat to the speakers, and you never did that. So I'm very sure my audio is nowhere in that stream on your side.
Good, it sounds like I'm crazy. But don't worry about it, I'm crazy.
But on my side, it's all there. So basically, if you want to watch the first part, you can watch it on my side.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, you can pick whoever you want. His side, my side, doesn't matter.
I think if you wanna see classic view, you should go to my side.
He'll stick to classic, and I'll be anniversary.
But there's more
big point is to try to do the multi-stream thing. I have to make a link so we can have my Twitch, your Mixer or something.
Yeah, I wonder if that can work.
It should, because the multi-stream thing does allow it, I think.
Or you get like a mixer thing. Like I mean, a multi-stream for Mixer would work better in general.
I mean, it would. It doesn't matter to me. It's just
you need your views on Mix, boy.
Well, I'm streaming to 3 different platforms at once.
And you don't get views on any of them.
People, right? If I got plenty of people on Mixer, I would stream to Mixer only because I love the low. Because I love it being that low latency. It's just like that would work perfectly.
But you see here, sir, we need to end now because we have started to rambling again.
We do. Yep. This
so
is what happens every time. We were gonna end like 10-15 minutes ago.
I think it was even 20 minutes ago.
Probably. So.
See you guys next time.
That follow Clown Pup. Is that what his name?
Thank you for the follow, Clown.
Yeah. See you later.